A lot of people would argue that's not an entirely accurate usage. Vulnerable narcissism.
Did Sarah raid me? I didn't get a notification if it did. I thank you, Maters. I appreciate it. If not, I guess you just happened to fall down the wrong hole there, ma chérie. Anolani? Ma chérie Anolani? I like that. I like the way it feels in my mouth. My mouth. You good, girl? You tried the flies.
In contrast to grandiose narcissism is, of course...
Oh, no, you're totally muted. Okay.
I was trying to make sure that I wasn't because I was trying to stream it to my audience too. For some reason, it's not letting me. It just keeps bringing me back.
It's attached.
Okay,
it's doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
That's of course, the more anxious, quietly hostile, passive aggressive, victimized, sullen sort of brooding presentation of narcissism, right? These are folks that may at first blush or at different times look more socially anxious, more irritable, less extroverted, and frankly, they are often less successful than their grandiose narcissistic peers. Now, the other way people use the term or the words covert narcissism is sort of as hidden narcissism. And by that, they mean it's the narcissism that, for example, doesn't show up right away or didn't show up right away or isn't always shown to other people. Or it's the narcissism that only shows up, the narcissistic behaviors and patterns that only show up when there are no witnesses present, right? Or it's only witnessed by the same core of the family or a subset of coworkers or friends. The covert narcissism then becomes the idea that there are times, especially earlier in the relationship, that these more narcissistic observable patterns didn't show up regularly. Now they're showing up from time to time and even more than time to time. I have a lot of people who approach me and say, I was in a marriage for 30 years with a covert narcissist.
I don't get that. I'm sorry. You're not. If you're around me and you're a narcissist, don't think that you're full of me or that you're covert in any fucking way. I see you. I see you.
Well, I think the whole point here is it's a little too deep down the rabbit hole to cover well, because she's talking about covert narcissism being something that you didn't notice, right?
Yeah, at first.
It's these little manipulative things that sprinkle throughout your life that don't add up to anything individually, but once taken all into account, become a thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know, man. How you gonna say that you were married to somebody for 30 years and didn't know they were a covert narcissist?
Exactly.
There would be signs, right?
Yeah, definitely. Either that or you would have to take a look in the mirror and acknowledge that you are very fucking manipulative and naive, if that's the case. But I'm not believing that. You're not going to convince me of that. I'm not likely to be one to convince that you just, for 30 years, didn't believe that motherfucker was a narcissist.
Hold on. Let's try this. I had a buddy of mine who didn't know or purported to not know for like 8 years that his wife was a hooker. So...
I don't believe that. No fucking way.
There it is. Thank you, Raging Tomato. I appreciate it. I don't know why that took so long to come around. It just popped up. And I love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister. And we'll take it all to the mountaintop. And I'll talk to you from the very soul of your being and bring you directly into the great bosom of the Almighty himself. If I start a cult, you motherfuckers better watch out. Because I will save your soul, I will save your daughter, I will save your wife, and I will save them all for me.
That sounds pretty accurate. That sounds pretty spot on. For sure.
I want you to dig down deep into the bottom of your pocket. I want you to go deep into the bottom of your pocketbook. I want the pennies out of your penny loafers. I want the change out of your sofa. I want every dime you can deliver straight unto the heart and soul of my wallet.
Bring us your children.
Let's raise an offering.
Come on.
I would lean into that type of stuff a bit more, but hey, there's the people are. All 34 of you. Welcome in. I appreciate y'all coming through. We got cheap music gear. I don't know if Sig came from over there or not, but welcome in, Sig. Good to see you. Mashari Anolani.
Hello.
Anolani. I like saying it. I'm going to say it more. Cheap music gear. Everybody likes cheap music gear, right? I mean, of course. What is that, like a triangle? Or is it like one of those plastic recorders? Just curious. Everybody chat, pop in chat so I can say, hey, I love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister. I love each and every one of you like a daughter and a son. I love each and every one of you like, fat kid with cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing covert narcissists and how to make them show their true selves.
My mother all my life has been a covert narcissist. And when I ask them for clarification about what did they mean by that, it's usually what they describe to me is sort of this hybrid.
Oh, brother, we got 80 proof coal in the chat. Got auto sent from the end of Sarah's show. Well, I thank you, auto send, for sending me some 80 proof coal because I was needing a little bit of drink. Yeah. That's only 40% coal. What's the rest of you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a kazoo. There's little tykes and bell sets for toddlers. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly
a vulnerable narcissism and a more hidden narcissism. It's not the big, bright, shiny, in your face, malignant or grandiose narcissism. In most cases, covert narcissism is a mashup of vulnerable narcissism and this sort of idea of hidden narcissism. Like I said, it's not the in-your-face, grandiose, arrogant, preening, bragging, pretentious, show-off, status-seeking, look at my new watch, validation-seeking narcissist that you tend to see on your Instagram feed. This is something quite different. Now, the important thing to sort of be aware of is that a lot of narcissism, and any form of narcissism, does remain hidden or covert. Because the really unsettling, uncomfortable, icky, antagonistic, narcissistic stuff doesn't show up in these people who we...
So what does it mean if the parts this woman is complaining about are the parts that my wife likes about me? I don't know what to make of this, because I've always had a slightly narcissistic tendency. When I was younger, I never frolicked on that side of the fence at all, because my pops was like a super stoic, right? He's so stoic. Anything that would reflect upon him in any direction was immediately shut down, just in general. And so, like, the types of things I would end up having to do is if I was talking too much, he'd make me bite my finger. So I couldn't talk anymore. Right? And that kind of stuff. Like,
used to that kind of stuff over time.
Yeah. And I just shut up. I just completely shut up and stopped talking to people in general. And as such, the only time I would speak up is if I thought of something funny. Most people hear funny and become offended, because there's always got to be a butt to the joke. And at the time, I didn't understand humor well enough to make my jokes non-threatening and painless, right? And so the jokes were just savage. It was just raw humor.
We're in the South. It's different down here. Humor can be different real fast.
Oh, man, Abe.
Like super fast.
Good to see you.
I didn't always get that either as a kid.
Well, anyway, I was able to resist that whole pressured speech thing by force of sheer will. And as a byproduct of that, I made it out of high school and into the job force before I was placed in a position where I was forced to actually talk to people. And as soon as that took place, suddenly, for one, I lost my job.
Whoops.
And for another, I realized that I can't work for certain types of people.
Yeah.
If you can't take a joke, I'm probably not going to be working for you for long. You know, if you're easily offended, I'm not the builder for you.
I'm not going to be working for you long at all, because I'm not going to apologize when you get butthurt and you come to me expecting me to be all fucking, ooh, I'm sorry. That's not happening. Wrong girl. Wrong chick altogether. Ain't nobody sorry when they hurt my
hyperbole. Because you can't spell good. All right, see, you get a participation trophy for that one, bro. Everybody hit that like button before y'all wander off somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe touch the little heart button over there and make some little things flutter up in places.
Make it feel special.
Well, you can touch me in my special place if you want to.
Of course.
But just you. No one else. Or if you get real froggy, you can toss me a couple of bucks in my Cash App. It's streaming around absolutely everywhere. And until then, we're going to try to figure out how to find a covert narcissist that you've lived with for 30 years.
Later on called covert narcissists until they are triggered. Now, I know people hate this word triggered. Use whatever damn word you like. If you like different words better, when they're activated, when they get set off, when they feel threatened. But it takes that for their narcissistic stuff to show up. So let me give you some examples of the kind of stuff that can trigger or activate or threaten or set off this covert narcissistic person. So first, there's the sort of in-your-face stuff.
I have a theory. I haven't seen all of this video. I just like the topic and I like the chick. Here's my theory. It's going to be the word no. That's what's going to set off. It's going to make them expose themselves. Super duper, like, holy wow. Life hack. What you reckon? That's a bad pause.
Again, this is more over.
There we go. Now we can bird hands our way straight through this. You know what the bird hands are? When a chick starts pecking points at you.
They're like freaking out.
No.
They don't want to be freaking out.
No. When they're doing this, when you have somebody talking to you and they're sitting there doing this number at you, I swear to God, the first time I ever encountered that trash, right? I was so bad. There was a stabbing that happened at my daughter's school, and I went to go pick her up for the after school thing that was going on, and I get there and there's like cops and there's all kinds of shit going on, and I go in, I'm like, hey, where's my daughter? And they're like, well, she's back there talking to the cops. I said, take me to my daughter right now. She's not talking to any cops without talking to me first. Right. She's like, well, you can't. And I said, I'm her father. We need to change the situation immediately. Lawsuits are flying already, and we haven't even found out what's happening. And she was like, and we turned around and we eventually went and found my kid. And when I found my kid, I was like, do you want to talk to the cops? She said, no. And I said, all right, let's go. And the teacher stopped me. She reached up, put her hand up, and she said, now listen to me. She's going to talk to those cops. And I'm 6 foot, you know, I'm a big boy. And I leaned straight over her, looked straight down on top of her, and I said, no, ma'am, she is not. She will talk to me before she talks to anyone else. And if she doesn't want to talk to you, then arrest me. And I looked at the cop. I said, are you going to arrest me? He said, I got no problem with you, Sasquatch. I was like, all right. So now,
I wish cops treated me like that. I wish. The second they think they got a chance to jack my ass up, they're jacking my ass up. And then ask
the worst words ever.
Yeah.
The worst words ever. Let me see. I am from the government and I am here to help.
We can see. The stuff that can trigger a narcissistic person include criticism, constructive feedback, you as the other person in the relationship being recognized or getting an honor or getting a promotion, a friend of theirs doing better than them, a person being rude to them, a person doing something like trying to cut in front of them in line or doing what they perceive as taking advantage of them, a person not giving them something that they think they're supposed to get.
Welcome in, True Keys 72. Good to see you, bud. Appreciate you coming through. Hit that like button. Touch my heart. Send me some money. Send her some money. Send some random person in the chat some money.
Like button?
What I want y'all to do.
Algorithm depends on that.
Exactly.
The algorithm loves that shit.
It's kind of like finding the sweet spot on your girl, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly.
The funny thing is, you know exactly where the like button is.
And it's free, by the way. It's free.
Free.
Free. Like really free. Not hiding bullshit and free.
There ain't even no bush around it. What's the problem?
Exactly.
There's another button you can touch if you really want to get it all juicy and happening. The share button. You can hit that thing and just copy the link. You ain't even got to share it. But if you do, make sure you share it to like a Facebook group that you really don't like so you can see how they react to showing up here. Or narcissists. If you happen to know a narcissist, just send this to them. It'll be great.
Because they love us. Not.
Them.
They love hearing us talk shit about them.
You having a social group or friends or family around you who are praising you. And then some of the stuff that sets off, that triggers this sort of covert narcissistic pattern or person is actually stuff that's happening inside of them, often in response to these other things. But it's things like them feeling inadequate.
She's on YouTube. She's probably a narcissist. Welcome in, Lauren B. That's cool.
Yeah, probably so.
Cure, them feeling incompetent, them feeling that everyone else has it better than them believing life is unique.
Well, the whole point of this, Abe, is we're talking about the narcissists you don't know are narcissists until the right key ingredients occur. And then suddenly they expose themselves for what they are. I don't know if that's a clean enough description there. Welcome in, Mandy. Good to see you, girl. Hit that like button. Touch my other things. Copy something if you like. Send it somewhere if you want. You can pay me money. I'm not going to stop you.
Uniquely unfair to them.
They do. I love the little heart things. I like seeing them sprinkle up.
Do not adequately recognize their gifts and their expertise and their wonderfulness. Them feeling like someone is making fun of them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't we all bothered by this? Yes, but we can regulate. Now, there are a lot more than these, and you can feel free to add to the things you have witnessed in the comment section. But when
all right, I do too, and it is a byproduct of having been abused so much by various narcissists in my life to the point where the slightest whiff of narcissistic manipulation turns me into a raging asshat without me even realizing it's happened. I shut down. I emotionally detach from this person. It completely, like somebody flipped off a light switch. It looks evil. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. My mom appreciated it too. She did.
Triggers happen and set off that entire insecurity and shame cascade within the narcissistic person.
Hold up, this is funny. This comes down to some narcissistic bullshit. You'll like this. So I wake up this morning. It's Mother's Day. So I send the mothers in my life a little happy Mother's Day doohickey, and I do the thing. About 20 minutes later, I get a phone call from someone who shall remain nameless. It's like, have you called your mother today? I said, absolutely not. He's like, you haven't talked to your mother today? It's Mother's Day. What's wrong with you? I said, there's nothing wrong with me. I just haven't talked to my mama today. He said, well, you need to call her. I said, can you do me a favor? He said, what? I said, can you get St. Peter on the line? He's not picking up for me. I'm so sorry. I know, dude. I know. It was still pretty funny though. He was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. You have no idea. I feel pretty shitty too now that you bring it up. I'd like to talk to my mama. I ain't talked to her in a long time.
You need to call
I'm sorry, Abe. I know it's kind of a touchy-feely kind of thing, but
yeah, for some people. don't have the luxury of being with their mom today, I'm really praying for you because I can't even imagine how that is. My mom is still around. I don't know what I'd do. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know. I mean, my pops like literally just went to the hospital with some kind of kidney problems. I don't know what yet. I'm waiting on the phone call to find out whether it's a. I mean, he's like what 10,000 years old. There's no transplant for that guy. That's not a thing that's going to happen. So no, dialysis, maybe.
Antibiotics, maybe.
Well, I mean, hopefully. I don't know what it is. There was some discussion about dialysis on the phone, like in the background while I was talking to my brother, and he's supposed to show up and he's supposed to call me in a few minutes when he knows something to let me know what the fuck. And I was like, well, I've already got a live stream scheduled, so I'm going to do the thing. And if shit happens, life sucks, we'll deal with it, right?
Right. Yeah. That's all you can do. You can prepare. And you can prepare all you want to, still is not going to have you prepared like you want to be. Really.
Absolutely, Mandy.
That is when this covert narcissism becomes overt. And what you might see is very loud, almost unsettling displays of anger. You may see really long-term passive aggression.
Welcome in, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. I'm glad you're here, folks. That's nice to see. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Touch some other things. See if you can find a good spot. Maybe even a little heart thing. I don't know what the heart does, but it's really cool when it's over there like lighting up and shit. It makes me smile. I don't know why. I just smile a lot. It's like, oh, it's kind of like rubbing my sweet spot.
Who doesn't like hearts? Really? And if you don't, then you need to check yourself, man. You probably got problems. You probably a bitter bitch. I'm just saying.
Ma cherie, much love. I appreciate it. That's not that. I really don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole until somebody tells me something more than what I've been told. Because I know my pops, and let's just say I'm not very confident in his ability to dealing with a regular medical activity like that. If he can't drive to it his damn self, he's probably not going to go. Or at least we're going to have to literally go and cat of nine tails his ass into a cattle trailer, lock him up like you would a cow, and haul his ass up there. Like, I'm not joking, man. You're going. Yeah, no. Let me tell you, a few years ago, he came down with a really, really nasty flu, right? And everybody got the flu and everybody got over it, but he didn't get over it. And I don't live in that group anymore. I live separate from them. And so I got the flu a little later. And when I got over the flu, I went out to go see him. And I had gone out there before he got sick. And then I went back and he's fucking laid out. And I'm like, dude, what's up? He's like, well, I just can't shake this thing. And I'm like, how long have you had it? A couple of days. And I called my sister. I'm like, how long has he had this cold? She's like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You get him out of that bed, tell him to go to the hospital. You do it. And I was like, oh. And I hung up. I looked at Pops. I said, get your shit. Go get in the truck. He's like, no, I'm all right. I looked around, which is exactly what he would have done.
Yep. Like you get in
you mistake that for a request? I didn't say, hey, Papa, will you please go get your things and go get in the truck? I would like to do so. No. I said, listen, you fuzzy bitch, get your shit. Get in the truck. And he sat there for he stared fucking laser beams through me.
Yeah, but he was still getting in there.
But the whole time I'm just standing there. There's nothing. Nothing is happening. Like, I mean, it's Rock of Gibraltar, baby. And he goes.
They stubborn though. And the older they get,
here's the thing.
Worse it gets. The worse it gets.
My brother is a little OCD. My sister has a little bit of a learning disability. And I'm full-blown autistic. When I set my mind on some shit, there's no point in really Go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead. Do whatever fucking bullshit you want to do. My autism is going to
plow straight through it. National Guard. I don't give a fuck.
It don't matter.
I don't care.
It don't matter.
In my mind that I'm doing
Army Corps Engineers. It don't matter. You ain't stopping this from happening. You might slow it down. You may delay some stuff, but inevitably it's going to happen. And that's what he saw when he looked at me. I'm like, get in the truck. And he's like, nah. I'm like, get in the truck. He got up, put his shoes on, got dressed, went and climbed in the truck. And I drove him to the hospital, walked him in. And he's like, I'm not a 10-year-old. I'm like, well, stop acting like one and do the paperwork, man. You blue. Look, you're half Indian. You're half Native American. You're fucking blue, old man. Please do me a favor. Go in here and do a breathing treatment, if nothing else. All right. My dad is the same way. They had him on intravenous antibiotics, daily nebulizers. They had him in like the little fucking humidified hood thing for a couple of days.
Yeah. Yep. And Dad's been in a hyperbaric chamber before. All kinds of shit. I'm like, when you are in a damn chamber, Dad, you know you need fucking help. Now stop arguing with me and just get in there and shut up.
No, I mean, the arguing was done when he saw the look on my face. He just went, yeah. And of course, he heard my sister screaming through the phone.
I'm like, you can get in there voluntarily or you can get in there involuntarily, but you're getting in there regardless.
Well, I mean, on the way to the hospital, he looked over at me and was like, what would you do if I hadn't gone? I was going to call the guys in the coats, man. Like, I'm going to call an ambulance and they will drag your ass kicking and screaming out of this fucking house. They have no chill. It'd be a lot cooler if you just get in the truck and go with me, and I can bring you back when we're done, and it'll be all right, and maybe you'll feel better. Maybe not. I don't know. Yep. I was fully 100 because he was so functional. I was fully expecting him to like slap him with some IVs and give him a handful of pills and send him home. Nah, man, they put him on intravenous antibiotics and kept his ass sequestered in the West Wing type shit.
See, it was that serious. It's that damn serious. And they just be acting like they're fucking fine when they know they're not. Sometimes I just look at my parents like,
this motherfucker was driving his tractor around the back 4 hours before I got there in the fucking rain. Talking some kind of, I'll be fun.
No, he was not.
He was. Oh he was. But I mean, I shouldn't be surprised when it comes down to it because his dad, get this, a week before he died, he was trying to shoe a horse and got kicked.
Oh my God. Right? Oh my God.
Nothing, dude, did nothing. He hit the ground, bounced up, and finished shoeing the horse. He went inside, said his chest hurt a little bit.
I'm sure it did.
Sat down, ate dinner, and went to bed. The next day, he went out and plowed 35 acres of fucking field, turned and drove his tractor back to the house, went in and told his wife that he didn't feel real good, but when he finished and got some water and he got a little something to eat, and he's like, I'm going to go finish this field, and then we're going to head towards town, go to the hospital. She was like, okay. So she went like packing stuff up. He goes out, finishes the fucking field, turns the tractor off and dies.
Oh man.
Right fucking there. Right. Pops comes home from work, wherever he was at, sees him out there on the tractor, not moving, doesn't even go check, just walks in and tells his mama that his dad had died.
That's terrible.
They got to go down the street to go get on the party line at the neighbor's house because there ain't no phone line that far into the swamp, and go call somebody to come get him off the tractor because she was ancient and Pops was just fairly young at the time.
That's awful.
Welcome in, AJ. You want a link? I can make it happen, Captain. I know somebody who runs a show like this.
That's so sad.
Yeah, no, but it kind of goes to tell you, like he had 3 brothers, I think. One of the brothers died in like World War II, but the other brother, he had a heart attack when he was like 45.
Oh God.
Died graveyard dead, got loaded into the fucking buggy that they used to take the bodies to town. So like, I don't know where this happened at, but apparently it was close enough that they got the buggy to him. And then he sits up on the back of the buggy. It was like, nah, fuck that. Gets off. And weirded him out so much that he was like engaged to a chick. There was a whole bunch of business stuff that he was involved with locally, and he just cashed all that shit out and moved out west for 10 years, right? He's out there, sets up a whole family, gets a whole thing going. 10 years later, they get a divorce, and he moves back over here. He's here for about 3 weeks, and from what I understand, had a heart attack in exactly the same place. It was one of the shops up here in town. I don't know which one, right? And the whole family myth behind all of this is like, you might be able to fight on your time, but you will not fight on your place. You will die in the footprints you were supposed to die in, right?
Yeah.
God determines that, not you, sir.
Yes, absolutely. And don't think that you're going to outdo your destiny that's already mapped out way before you ever got.
Now, this is totally unrelated, but on my mama's side, you've probably heard stories like this before. On my mama's side, my grandfather was in World War II and had a leg blown off. And while he was in World War II, he met a black infantryman who also, while he was in the hospital afterwards, who also had his other leg blown off. And they wore the same size shoe. Turns out that man was from a town about 15 miles away from the town my grandfather was from. And so they made an agreement that after the war, when they got home, they'd get together every year or so and buy a pair of shoes.
Huh.
And they did.
That's pretty cool.
Forever. That man lived till he was like 93, and the other guy lived till he was 95. Like,
that's so cool.
So that went on for a long time, right?
Yeah. That's
so
really
that
cool.
kind of stuff happens, and people talk about, you know, how bad things were and how hard things were and stuff. Not if you try. That's all you got to do is try a little bit.
I was going to say they were a different breed of people back then too, than men that were in World War II and came home from that.
Well, there's more than just World War II, baby. There's also the Great Depression. You've got the Black Tuesday shit. Some of them were born right in the middle of that, in the thick of that shit. Yeah. The 1919 swine flu. Most of the ones that were in World War II were born during World War I. So
yeah,
that whole thing.
Yeah, like my grandpa was. My mom's on my mom's side. Her dad was born in the beginning of World War I and was in World War II. Served in World War II. So, yeah.
All right, I'm trying to finish this up.
And silent treatment. You may see them shift blame onto you. You may witness them throw a tantrum. You may experience them insulting you, really hitting below the belt. You may experience them making odd projections, like accusing you of cheating or something like that, or saying that you're going to leave them. You may experience things like gaslighting. Again, many of us get set off by these things, but it's the consistency and the brutality. Okay, because again, I know you're thinking, well, Dr. Romney, when we experienced those things, you said, yeah, those various triggers, those various threats, call them what you will. None of us are at our best. We're not. Every one of us can say, yeah, when I feel those things, I am definitely not my best. But people who are not antagonistic, like I said, are going to be more likely to regulate themselves more often than not. And when
are we just talking about self-control here, or I don't know? Maybe
that's what it sounds like. That's what
is the implication that narcissists have less self-control.
Don't get me started on that.
There it is. Pain is a funny thing. No one else can see it. They can't tell it's happening except for by the body language and look on your face. And so that is it. I don't know how disrespectful it is to tell him to stop asking about your pain. He cares. What else is he supposed to do? He can't help it, but he can at least share it, I guess. I don't know. I'm a father and I have to deal with my daughter on occasions. And I know I'm being annoying, but I can't help it because I care.
Yeah.
You know,
when we regulate ourselves, that means that we can take responsibility. We can breathe. We can remain aware of potentially our contribution to a situation if that's relevant. We can be open to the feedback, even if it's uncomfortable. We can be aware of other people's feelings and not scream at them. We might take a walk. Like I said, we may breathe. We may cry in private. And even if you, as a healthier person, or anyone as a healthy person, doesn't respond gracefully, maybe we do keep it up. Maybe we do yell. Maybe we do get passive aggressive. A healthy person will apologize and own their behavior. It's the triggers that make the covert.
I wonder about that, though. I know a lot of people who choose to not own their behavior, and not all of them are narcissists. Some of them are just lazy. They choose to believe things that aren't true. Like the whole victimhood concept of it's everybody else's fault because they victimized me into the situation I'm in. Well, if you look into your decision-making history, I'm willing to bet you'll find that you decided to be there at some point.
If you're an adult, you're going to have to start taking responsibility at some point. You're going to have to grow the fuck up.
What up, Connor? Welcome in, brother. Appreciate you coming through. Hit that like button. Touch my little heart button over there. Hit the share button and do some other things. I'm going to put people to work today. That's what we doing. We working. We playing. Y'all have fun.
And seeable. And it can take a minute to understand this pattern, especially, for example, if the covert narcissistic person is actually often a little bit more mild-mannered. And they do their thing, and they might be a little bit of a buzzkill or a bit of a malcontent, but they're not really lashing out. And it doesn't even seem like it sounds like what we talk about as narcissism. You may even rationalize the covert narcissistic person's behavior as well. They're just really sensitive.
That's good to hear,
criticized. They're just really insecure, aren't we all? Or we're just embarrassed, and no one's at their best when they're embarrassed. And you know what? Those things may be true. And good for you for having empathy for that. But it doesn't rationalize the behavior. At some point, even a 4-year-old gets a timeout for their tantrums. Now, this back and forth in these more covert narcissistic folks between what feels like the sort of normal or normal adjacent quality of the covert narcissistic person that then varies or goes back and forth with their blow-ups or other patterns like pathological jealousy. And pathological jealousy is a very signature quality of covert narcissistic people who, especially when they are triggered or threatened, will start down the suspicious paranoid rabbit hole and either suspect a partner of cheating or flirting or other inappropriate behavior, or have the sense that people are out to get them, or that everyone out to work is unfair only to them. And once that cycle...
I have some wild feedback coming in on your end.
Well,
let's see what this does. I'm going to let that. Don't touch it. Stop it.
Somebody unmuted it. You unmuted.
Stop it. Unmute it. I can't tinker with your things if you're muted. It just shuts me out. Let me touch your buttons, damn it. Unmute yourself. I can't unmute you.
No. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I can hear you, but not as loud as I want to.
Well, the thing is you've got it turned up so loud that it's feeding back into the mic.
How about now?
I think it's a little bit better, but it takes a minute. Let's try this, and then we'll move on. You good? I'm good. We good? Nope. She hit back and left. Oh, no, it just froze for a second. Okay.
Begins. It's very hard to get that sort of cognitive genie back into the bottle with a covert narcissist. As a relationship
thank you, Connor.
with a
I
covert
appreciate
narcissistic person proceeds over time, the gaps between normal days and the blow-ups because of their triggers, well, those gaps become smaller and smaller. You may find that where once upon a time you had decent weeks or months in the relationship, that what happens is that starts to get narrower and narrower. And it's at best, you might get a decent few hours. It's as though the sense of threat lights a fuse in the narcissistic person, kindles a flame, and it shifts the covert narcissistic person to always being more vigilant to threats, especially if their life isn't going the way they want. And they become more and more thin-skinned in the relationship over time. Now, some of this relates to the shame cycle, where the covert narcissistic person doesn't like being the person that people have to walk on eggshells around, right? It's a bit of a paradox. But if people don't walk on eggshells, then the covert narcissistic person blows up or withdraws or withholds. But
isn't that not a covert narcissist trait? I mean, to withdraw, sure. To blow up, that's not covert. There's nothing covert about that. Oh, cool. I appreciate it, ma chérie. I jokingly talk hot. I'm going to need some examples, madam. I was unaware that I'd done that. I mean, I could give you the old-fashioned Joey. How you doing? I'm not sure if that works or not. usually I get the best that I get is good girl.
If the covert narcissistic person senses that you are walking on eggshells, well, then that's a trigger too. And you start to see how over time, a relationship with a covert narcissistic person is either you living coiled up in tension or cleaning up the messes of
she
their
does have an amazing clavicle.
living in fear.
That's a participation trophy there, Bo. You're paying attention. Thank you.
Homegirl here?
Yeah, she has amazing clavicles.
She's really articulate too. I'll listen to her a lot.
She seems to be kind of floundering around this particular topic because she keeps naming overt narcissistic traits and saying that these are things that covert narcissism is. And the problem is, by definition, if it's definable as a narcissistic trait, it's not covert.
Right. It's usually full on.
Right. There's no covert there.
Yeah.
Of their tantrums or living in the bizarro world of silent treatment. Now, when you look back at one of these covert narcissistic relationships, whether you're still in it or not, it becomes eminently clear what their triggers were. The pattern starts to show itself. But because in almost all of these cases of covert narcissistic folks, you don't have that kind of easy to see, shiny, arrogant, prancing, grandiose narcissist. At the times when the covert narcissistic person is not activated or threatened or triggered, the relationship can kind of feel normal, maybe not always fun. The covert narcissistic person you might even have the experience of them as being sad or sensitive. And then you sort of feel your hands are tied. Because even once you recognize that this is a whole insecurity, sensitivity, imposter thing, well, you can't point that out to the covert narcissistic person saying, I get why you're angry. It's about your imposter syndrome. Because then more shame, more anger, more dysregulation. And then it becomes patently clear you can't win. The paradox of the covert narcissistic relationship is that unlike relationships with grandiose narcissistic folks or malignant narcissistic folks, these relationships tend to pull more for pity and guilt from us, as well as the usual stuff like frustration, self-blame, confusion, rumination, all the usual narcissistic abuse fallout. Because the insecurity and social anxiety and shame are right there, kind of right under the surface, you may have found that in that relationship, you did kind of feel bad for them. Because again, it's almost like that shame and frustration was almost starting to pop out under their skin. And if you have empathy, it gets tough because that means that relationships with covert narcissistic folks may be the most difficult to get out of psychologically. Listen, malignant narcissistic relationships are very tough to get out of because of the very real fears of post-separation abuse. Grandiose narcissistic relationships can be very hard to get out of because it's actually kind of fun and you know they're going to replace you just like that. But these covert narcissistic relationships can often leave you feeling like you're the bad one for being frustrated with them or wanting to leave. And it can be very difficult to break out of that cycle, even after you.
How long am I smelling a little bit of bullshit here?
It's like, this is like the par for the course, like most of the case.
No.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
I don't know. I try not to deal with people that are narcissistic. I really don't, because I know that I'm not going to have but X amount of fucking patience for that shit before I fucking snap.
But what I'm getting at is she's naming overt things that you respond to, and how if you don't respond to it correctly, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
But not responding to it in an enabling way is responding to it correctly. I kind of feel like she's swimming upstream on this one.
Wait, you don't want to respond to it and then keep enabling it, do you?
Look at this. Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that to her.
I know her face.
All right, boys, smash or pass.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That face right there. I don't know if I'm going to want to roll over and wake up to that. That face right there.
Did you take out the garbage? Did you take out the garbage?
I bet you didn't, girl.
I bet you didn't. Ain't no way you took out that garbage.
Nope. You getting up early to do that shit in the morning.
Damn right.
But once you unearth that pattern of threats and triggers that set off this covert narcissistic pattern, and you then can see it, and you know exactly which triggers do, it's like breaking a code. And it will be eminently clear to you how this relationship works from that point forward. It doesn't necessarily mean that seeing it this clearly makes it easier to navigate the relationship or leave, but you feel less crazy, and that is worth something. But again, I can already hear you through this screen that some of you are saying, oh, I'm insecure. I'm insecure because of this relationship. And when I'm insecure, I'm not at my best, and I'm not always regulated. And sometimes I do lash out.
If you're not insecure in your relationship, you're not doing it right.
Facts.
I don't mean to be that guy. I really do. But if you're not worried about your significant other, or not, maybe not worried, if you're not concerned at the possibility that your significant other might go do some stuff that you don't approve of, and it could be different things. It could be,
then you lame. You fucking lame, dude.
Well, not that you're lame. You're not doing it right. And I'm not saying chasing them around and having them followed and staying in all their grits and cheese and all of that. I'm saying just keep track of what the hell's going on in your spouse's life, and they will appreciate it. Especially if you show up that one time when they don't have to remind you.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like, I don't even know my significant other's phone number 90% of the time, bro. For real.
Yeah, no, it is scary, because the advice she is given would seem to, at least an intelligent narcissist would realize they are exposing themselves and alter their manipulation tactic immediately, thereby coverting themselves once more, right? Sure, you do nurture your
all that
relationship.
Psychological shit, I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that. Fuck that.
It's second nature in some cases. You remember I told you I worked for a carnival for a little while?
Yeah.
I learned more.
No, I totally get what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just I'm too old for that shit now. I've done it for too long, for fucking ever. And now I can see right through that shit. So I just don't have the brain power to do it. I'd rather just sit there and give them that deer in the headlight look, like I'm dumber than a box of rocks. Like, what?
You're
Until
good.
they stop fucking with me. Yes, sir.
What usually happens to me is at some point in time, somebody stares at me with a slight bit of drool dripping down their chin. What is up, my brother? Good to see you. What you got going on, bro?
I'm triggered.
How are
Already
you
triggered.
doing?
Hell yeah.
I'm triggered.
You want to tell them all
God.
who you are, what you're doing, and what's going on, and how to find you, and where to subscribe, and all that stuff?
Yeah, the channel. My life imploded with lots of problems. Just leave it at that.
Okay, we don't have to explode all that, but
same channel. It's just called Barnosphere. It's
okay.
still,
So they're all still subscribed and everything. Go subscribe to the Barnosphere, or just Barnosphere.
I don't know. I've soft launched.
Okay, call yourself In Transition. It sounds better.
Transitioning
and dude, like, call me up sometime. We'll hammer out some names, work out whatever it is you want to do. You know how I do. It's your channel. You do what you want to do. I'll help.
Yeah,
That being in transition's hard, ain't it? It's fucking hard.
It's hard, but I got to beat it. I had to fight.
You know what's difficult about it is the opportunity.
The what?
The opportunity. You could do anything. You are not tied down to any particular subject, topic, format, anything. You're in transition. You can do anything you want. You could stop screwing around tomorrow and go film dogs at the park for the rest of your YouTube career. If that's what makes you happy, I'd help you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's not all politics now, because the politics is just, I don't know, it's forever war, I guess, is what's happening.
Because they're going to fucking keep lying no matter what. They're going to keep lying, period. Yeah. That's their standard modus operandi. Fucking assholes.
Yeah, but you trigger me. First off, I don't really like Dr. Romney. I'm familiar with all these, psychologists, YouTube. And she's like the narcissist queen, but I don't agree with everything she says, so I kind of don't like her.
I don't either.
I'm more into
as opposed to who? Dr. Phil?
No, I no way.
No.
Is he even a real doctor? But
Peterson?
Well, I'm into avoidance, which is like everyone used to be a narcissist. That's so like 5 years ago. Now everyone's an avoidant. That's what I'm into. But the thing that triggered me when it was like, I hate when people say this word insecure. And it's like, and it's just like this claim that's always made. You're just insecure, as if that gives someone the right to just do whatever the F they want to do. You're insecure. Therefore, I'm going to do whatever it is that you're insecure about because you're insecure. And that's a you problem, not a
hold on a second. And 1 second. Like, hey, M.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to go Vox, okay? Like, mute up when you're not talking.
Thanks. It was annoying.
I could get it under control for a few minutes, but then it would go back to echoing back there, and she can't hear us if it's not turned up loud enough. But if it's loud enough, we can hear us, and that's no good. Anyway, insecurity.
This whole thing, you're insecure, you're controlling. It's like, no, I'm not insecure. Or even if I was, who cares? What makes you think I want you hanging out with a bunch of dudes, especially a bunch of ones that you banged or whatever? Like, hello, like this. I'm supposed to be okay with. I'm supposed to prove how secure I am by letting you hang out with like a bunch of dudes. Like, bitch, no, you're just the wrong bitch. And
there's a difference between being insecure and not trusting your punk ass.
Yeah, but she don't got to be a hoe.
The fact of the matter is, at this point, if you have to explain shit, it's the wrong person. They just don't give enough fucks about you. If they gave a fuck, if they fucking cared, if they really wanted you, then they would show it. And if you got to sit here and try to convince a grown-ass bitch why it's a bad idea for her to hang out, or whatever, a grown-ass dude, why, I don't know, sleeping over your baby daddy's house or something is a bad idea, or whatever.
Sure.
You're just gonna you can't take that person seriously. You just can't.
That's not insecurity though. I mean, that's perfectly rational decision. Is like, no. What do you mean? No, you can't tell me what to do. No, I can't. And when you get back, all their shit be sitting in the fucking garage, like already packed up, ready to go. Everything. You can't even say I tried to steal nothing because that's my fucking sweater, bitch.
It's just math. It's just basic fucking math. You know, it's. But dude, and it's like this own, like, I'm gonna shame you by calling you insecure, therefore I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm not playing that shit.
There's another thing that happens, at least in the panel verse, is people saying it's two things. One, you're emotional, and two, you're projecting. Right? They use this like a fucking shield and a sword to run around and just try to knock down people that are actually talking and actually speaking their mind, right?
That's some keyboard warrior shit. I can't fucking stand that shit. Like, you ain't gonna say that. If you see me in real life, you're not gonna say that shit to my face, bitch. So stop. Don't do that.
That flat earth fuckwit really put that shit on me. Yeah. You're triggered. Yeah, I am triggered because you're a fucking cunt. I'm like, what? You know what? You got to mute. Seriously.
Did it for her.
Yeah, so I'm triggered. I'm triggered, and I'm.
Well, I was going over some of the things like what she was saying. She was defining covert narcissism and then talking about overtly narcissist behavior taking place covertly, but that doesn't really make any sense because that's not how they roll. Once it's overt, it's not covert.
So I don't know if I told all of you this, but fuck it, who cares? I have an ex who is a homeless schizophrenic now. And it's fucking nuts. And she was very she was pretty successful in life professionally. I'll just leave it at that. And now she's a legitimate schizophrenic, homeless, and she thinks she's married to famous DJs, and she thinks she's getting SA'd by Hunter Biden. She has a phone somehow, and she goes to Wi-Fi's and she posts, and she'll post my full name and say that I sneak up on her and like put bugs on her and SA her, and it's like every couple of days it's a new thing. But that's not really the story. The story is she convinced me, this is before I knew she was schizophrenic, I thought I was a covert narcissist, and like maybe I am, I don't know, or something. But that's another problem. Anytime you date a woman, they always say the same thing about their ex. He was a narcissist. I'm like, is he really? Is he really? I don't know what.
Darling.
And did all of your exes abuse you? Because it's like, really, every man, or is it just I just somehow am attracted to abused women that all of their exes abuse them? And I wonder, like, how many of these women are saying that I'm abusive? Like,
all of them. Every single one.
Of course. I hate them all.
Look, it's not just girlfriends and exes either. So I occasionally have side chicks in my relationship, right?
You have what?
Side chicks. We've had this conversation before. I currently have a black side chick named Shamia who's like 6 foot. And
isn't this private information?
Not really. I mean, if they're willing to walk past my kids and my wife to come get in my bed, I don't think it's anybody's private information.
Doesn't your wife not want? I mean, I don't want to. I'm triggered. I come on these shows and I'm pro man. That's not a term for gay, FYI. I want to stand up for men. We need to stand up for ourselves. We've passed everything on to everyone but ourselves. But I get put in these positions where I have to simp for women. Now I'm simping for your wife, bro. Really? Maybe you shouldn't. I figure it's her decision. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't like that. I don't know her.
You don't know her. I get it. I understand. But we altered our vows when we got married. We both cheated on each other constantly during our engagement. and we split up, went our separate ways for like a year and a half, and then we stumbled across each other at a random place and was like, I'm kind of tired of dealing with everybody. She was like, me too. And we've been together ever since, even through all of the stupidity and wildness and stuff. You got to remember, dude, I used to be a hardcore fucking junkie. Like, it wouldn't be unusual for her to come home at fucking 4 PM after she got off work and find me, and there were 3 scabby hoes. Like, that wasn't even a thing. So like, having a dedicated side chick is a improvement over things that previously may have occurred or may not have occurred. Right? Junkie, bro. Full-blown junkie. I know it's hard to imagine. You don't see me that way, but it's a thing and it happened.
But that's not, it's okay. It's just trigger. Like, people have their own relationships.
I can accept your disapproval. That's perfectly fine. And you don't have to approve of mine.
I don't disapprove of your lifestyle necessarily. Hold on, Em. I don't have.
But I don't expect you to be a saint either.
Hold on. Whatever you and her worked out, and it works, great. But I just feel like maybe you shouldn't fucking advertise that.
I didn't take out a billboard, bro.
You did.
I was not really.
You came on the world's best YouTube channel, Caucasian Sasquatch, and just broadcast it for the masses. You may be president one day, and they're gonna put this right front and center.
They certainly are, and I'm gonna try to bring in freaking rights for side chicks, dude. Like, come on, who are we talking to?
I don't want that kind of relationship, quite frankly.
I got you. I dig it. You don't want that kind of relationship. We've been married 20 years, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We're kind of long in the tooth to be trying to like up our game or whatever, but that's not the conversation. That's not the conversation. The conversation is,
I mean, do you share with the, I mean, if we're just going to be vulgar,
the conversation is about how people say shit that ain't true, and they do the whole narcissist thing and all of that. So this chick who could leave at any point in time she wanted had absolutely no reason to be here beyond the simple fact that is that you? Show me it's you. That shows me it's you. Beyond the simple fact that she wants to be involved, right? Doesn't. And then does. But when she leaves, suddenly I'm every type of bastard ever made. I'm back on that junk. Nobody needs to talk to me.
Who wants to be involved? Who are you talking about? The side chick?
Side chick. The side chick, willingly, voluntarily involved. Decides she wants to hook up with a friend.
Hold on. Are you guys having threesomes? Let's just get it out there.
No. The side chick decides she wants to hook up with my best friend rather than going, hey, I'm going to go hook up with this dude. She does this whole super clandestine 3 layers deep, and things just got really weird. And I was like, when shit gets weird, that's done. We're not fucking around no more. I mean, I don't know why you're being weird, but stop it. Right. And she gets mad. Her response is to tell everybody I'm on dope, that I don't remember exactly how she told somebody that I stole her fucking dog. I don't remember who it was or why.
Is this recent this shit, or like
this has been like 5 years ago. Oh, okay. This has been a while back. This is back like just after lockdown.
Are you still with
and everybody was crazy anyway?
Are you still with this side chick?
Oh no. We're several side chicks later. I'm just sure I appreciate the disappointment I see in your face right now, bro. Like, what's up?
Again, I don't like that you advertise it. And
okay. You want to change the subject? We're going to talk about aliens?
No, I want to talk about how your wife needs to participate.
Why does that bother you?
Because I don't know. I'm not married, and I want to protect the sanctity of marriage. Because hold on, please wait. Because I've been in relationships, and I've been married, and there's something between a man and a wife, even to the point where it's a law where you don't have to testify against them or something, and now that I'm older, I can see maybe instances where quote unquote cheating is okay or something of that nature, but it should be kept private, in my opinion. And maybe there's like it happens a lot, really. There's chicks out there or dudes out there who know their spouse is cheating and they just accept it. And whatever, whatever works for them. But I'm pretty sure they don't want that getting out. And I don't know, maybe Sasquatch is, maybe you're bragging a little much. I mean, it's good to brag. It's good to be like, yo, I got it. I got a wife and a side chick. I get it. Like that's more of a conversation you should have with me behind the scenes, like some bro talk. But to just like blast it, I don't know. It just.
Well, I mean, if you'd like to have that conversation privately, we can.
Well, you've already told me, and another thing was I thought it was just like a secret conversation between you and me. Now I feel like you've disrupted our bro talk.
Oh wow,
the broness. I thought I was special, and it was just like it's not special.
Well, I will tell you this.
Now you're like cheating on me.
Oh, that I regret. That actually hits me in the goodity, bro. How dare I? I would almost apologize, except I feel like you might be doing some kind of covert narcissist shit to me, and I don't know. Maybe you can't help yourself.
I've been accused of it, but I don't know. But then I asked someone else, and they said I wasn't. So I'm like, well, I don't know. That was an interesting situation. So
welcome in, ATL. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Hit the like button, hit the share button, do the things and the stuff and the other stuff that makes YouTube so giggly and wet.
I just feel like the perfect marriage would be. I know what you need in your life, Sasquatch. I'm going to tell you. Take it from a
$3,000 a night hooker.
Take it from a guy who's failed at marriage. I know what you need. You need your wife to go out there and test these girls out sexually.
He does.
And then if she determines that they pass the muster and that they're not going to pull some crazy shit, she brings them home to you, and then you share.
That has happened. Yes.
And that's, and I don't know.
So I'll tell you how this one went down.
And she can go out with those girls and have fun and do whatever with your permission, and come back. And then like that is the perfect marriage. And then you should like renew your vows and buy her another ring immediately. That's
all of that has happened.
I mean,
I can see why you married her, but I don't understand why you have to advertise it.
Listen, when I married my wife, during right before the ceremony, there's all kinds of madness going on. There was like $40,000 wedding. There was like a $5,000 cake. We had $10,000 on the fucking catering. It was amazing, right?
When did you get married?
One of those storybook fucking marriages, right?
When did you get married?
Like fucking 2005, I think.
Okay.
2004, maybe 2005. And so everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off, the wedding bridesmaids, all of that stuff. And I'm downstairs in the rectory shooting pool, and all of the groomsmen show up and they all stand around me for a minute. And I'm just shooting a game of pool by myself. Nobody's shooting with me. There was nobody around when I started it. So I was just sinking balls in order, And they're standing there like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. Like, you nervous? I'm like, anybody getting married would be a little nervous, right? But I mean, like, you okay? Dude, I'm marrying her. She's the one married me. Go ask her if she's okay. Because I told her not to. I straight up told her not to. I was like, I'm going to do this thing, but you probably shouldn't do it. And she was like, what? And I asked her to marry me. And she said, yes. And I went, I guess you'll have at least one more time to make the right decision. And she married me like 5 years later.
That doesn't give you a pass for bad behavior. I don't know why you're trying to tell me that, or what's the point of that? I hate that I have to stand up for your wife.
I mean, you do what you got to do, bro.
It's my inner fine. Like simp and protector. It just comes out. It's like
I can't help that. Sure, and I don't even really judge you harshly for it because, in my opinion, some women sometimes do need protection. And so your instinct to do so is honorable, if not valid. Although she would appreciate it.
I wish somebody would simp over me like that. For real. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could practice.
I'm not married. I'm not getting married. That's not even something that I have on my agenda, like ever. Because I know the chances of that happen are so slim. So fucking slim.
Sasquatch, let's give a lady what she wants. Start talking shit to M and I'm going to check you. Let's do it.
Can I see your shoes?
Mine?
Can you show? Yeah, you can show me your shoes. You got shoes on?
Hey, back off, Sasquatch. You freak.
Nice shoes. Want to fuck?
Yeah, your foot fetish freak. That's a lady you're talking to, Sasquatch.
That's right.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, a lady with sexy feet.
Stop. Lady, what the fuck? We are so confused now. I know.
Em, I'm trying to simp for you. I'm trying to give you exactly what you wanted. I just gave it to
but
you.
Let's be realistic
right over your
about
fucking
this.
head.
Yeah. I said, let's be realistic about this, though. Lady, waved bye-bye to me long time ago. Long time ago.
I'm trying.
Oh, lady.
But you just.
You got the love I need.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe. Maybe I need to rethink.
I think I know the problem. You don't tell women "good girl" often enough.
Who, me?
That's probably.
That's my problem.
You might be a little happy.
Bitches love that shit, man.
They love that shit.
They love that shit. For real.
Just
they
don't
don't
tell
even
them
know
to
they
calm
need
down. It's the weirdest thing, man. Like, you could use logic on a woman and she'll get pissed off. You can tell her to calm down and she'll do the exact opposite, right? But you look at
tell her
her
to calm
straight...
down and then ask her if she's on a rag. That really
that's a damn good 1-2 punch, bro.
Do you want to die?
Well, he wants to fight. Obviously, this is foreplay.
Yeah,
clearly,
you want to get into a full-blown fist fight with your girl. That's not them fighting words, buddy.
Hey, man, foreplay is foreplay. However it plays out for you, babe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ajot. I don't know if she came and went, but I didn't get.
No, she had to go do something. She'll be right back. She's got keys, so she comes and goes as she please. Mostly comes, less goes.
She can do what she wants. She's got it like that.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I don't want to hear about your wife cheating on you. That kind of pisses me off too. And maybe you're just so secure. Maybe I'm just insecure, but maybe you're just so secure you don't mind blasting it out there. But for me, yeah, okay.
For me, there's all kinds of rules, you know, like there's shit I can't do. There's all kinds of shit I can't do, right? Like, this isn't just a no holds barred. I spend all afternoon laying around on the fucking couch, smoking weed and fucking my side chick. It's not like that.
What are the rules?
Basically, with a few exceptions, it's not a thing unless she's out of town. Just on its surface to start with, unless she is
out of town.
Sometimes 1 week out of the month, sometimes a week every 2 or 3 months. It's not terribly often. Not terribly often. But like I said, a few notable exceptions.
You can't go over her house?
I can. I just don't. It's her house, side chick's house is weird. Like, really strange. It's a uncomfortable home situation. She lives with her mom and her sister, and there's like half a dozen kids.
Bro, say less.
With it.
Say less, bro. Say less.
It's weird. Like, I don't want to go over there. And it ain't nothing personal neither. Like, her mom's nice. I went to school with her mom. No, listen, dude, I'm telling you. She went to her mom and was like, I met a white guy, and they talked about it. And she was like, you don't need to be messing around with more white guys that'll get you shot. And then she told her who it was. And then she sat there for a minute and went, well, if you're going to mess around with an old white guy, that might be the right one to do it with. And has pretty much been okay with the whole thing ever since, because I'm not trying to keep her under lock and key. I'm not trying to drag her around to a bunch of fucking gangster type things that like she was doing with her other friends. I'm not doing anything that's going to, get her locked up, get her a record, have her kid taken away. Nothing like that. There's no drugs. There's no fast cars. There's none of that. Which, according to her mother, is an improvement. So whatever you want to make of that.
Yeah, you've painted quite a picture in my mind.
Welcome in, DeRicardo. What up, bud? Welcome in. Hit the like button. Everybody likes to do that, right? But anyway, I was getting at the whole narcissist thing, right? And how even if things end amicably, it can end by just literally, well, I'm not sure we're going to be able to see each other anymore. Yeah, I agree. And she grabs her laptop and your hoodie and leaves, right? The next thing you know, out there in the world, you are the biggest shitheel ever. You're the worst shitbag she's ever encountered. All of the abuse that every boyfriend's ever given her, suddenly, that's a talking point that she's got. And I mean, hell, I don't know. I am a bit vocal. I will be vociferous, and I can be vitriolic. And my humor is absolutely savage. So if you're out there doing some hoe shit, and then you start trying to talk about how you such a saint, and I bring up all the hoe shit, is that your fault or my fault?
What, after you break up?
Yeah. Like, I haven't said nothing negative, not a thing. And then because we still have the same friends, and she showed up at the same party that I was at, and somebody involved or in the circle there was like, so, and I'm going to call her Deborah. So Deborah, what was that about this shit that you said about Sasquatch over here? And I'm like, yeah, what about that? And she's like, well, I was just trying to get separated from my husband at the time, and I was in a very special spot, and it was real difficult at the time. I was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but after you left this situationship over here, didn't you hook up with my best friend and him move in with you and your husband for like 9 months until suddenly you were pregnant and couldn't hide it no more, and then the divorce took place, and then you got caught in the freezer at work with another dude while you were still pregnant, and y'all had a little tiff, and you ended up living with your mama for a little while? I'm just saying, if you're gonna do hoe shit,
wait a minute,
keep it quiet.
Stop. That's too much. Slow down. So look, if
just say it, bro.
Listen, maybe I'm turning into a feminist, but I understand that, like, there's an unwritten rule that I'm not supposed to get it on with your side chick ever.
She's not my wife, bro.
Okay, well then why are you mad at her getting on and on with your friend then?
I'm not.
Because you're mad.
What I was mad about,
you've already said it twice. You are mad. Own it. You're upset.
What I was mad about was that she left, which was cool, was fine. We left, we separated, as it were. It wasn't even really a thing. I could call it a situation.
They're not forever.
We left amicably. That's the thing, is we were like all friendly and shit, right? But she still felt the need to tarnish the fact that I'd gotten clean, to throw doubt on whether or not I was actually being honest with everybody around me. Because, when you're doing the clean thing, you have to do the amends thing. And if the amends things falls on deaf ears, or they don't believe you, which they won't believe you because you're a junkie and you can't be trusted. So, it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Basically what she did was poison the well, her husband, against me, so that he wouldn't encounter me and I wouldn't say anything.
It's too much. Just wait, stop. We're talking about your side chick. Now we're talking about your side chick's husband.
Yeah.
So her husband is your old friend?
Well, it's a small town, bro. I'm not in Baltimore.
Bro, your side chick married your bro?
Well, no.
That's how we do it down here in the South Barn. I thought you were aware of that.
Not exactly. She married.
Tell me exactly what it is.
Like fifth cousin.
Your fifth cousin.
Yeah, small town, bro. Like, I mean, hell, I'm probably related to you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's some dude she met, she got married. Years later, they're having some kind of tiff problem. They separate. She hooks up as a side chick, goes back to her husband. But when she goes back to her husband, it was after the whole, I got to take this.
Cap.
All All right, wait. She goes from. I don't need this. I need like a chart. I need something.
You need a what? Did you
A
just
chart.
say? I thought you said you needed a shard. I was like, what?
No, I need a chart. I
like,
knew
that's the last thing you did. That's probably how we all got in this situation to begin with. I don't know how. Why are we letting side chicks do some of the shit that he just said that the side chick would be doing? But
what did she
that's
do?
his side chick.
What did she do?
The whole sleeping with the other dude.
Well, wait
That's
a minute.
bitch made shit. That's bitch made shit. Like, do you want to catch an STD, you dirty ass bitch?
Well, if she's a side chick, you know that she's probably going to bang someone else too.
I don't know what's wrong with people these days. Don't y'all care about y'all's dick in your vagina, like, at all? Like, not even a fucking little bit? For real. Just a question. Just curious. Because the way some of y'all be acting these days, it's insane. And especially the youth. Like, y'all are scary as hell. I'm so afraid for my grandkids to get older. Like, legit, I am terrified.
You're a grandma?
Yeah. I got 3 grandkids. My middle one just turned like 5 or 6 on Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They're getting big so fast. Like, and it's scary. Like I said, kids these days are on some next level shit. They don't get in trouble anymore. They ain't got no rules. They just out there running rampant with nothing to guide them at all. And all of us adults are too busy doing our own shit, having side chicks and stuff.
So my pops is getting life flighted to Savannah.
Oh God, what's going on?
He's having he felt bad and went to the hospital, and they're like, oh shit, and loaded his ass on a helicopter to Savannah. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'll know more in a couple of hours after he gets there.
It's more serious than the kidneys, though, huh?
It is the kidneys, apparently. That is why they're doing this. But the quote overabundance of caution was used, and I never trust that.
Yeah.
Well, it's what you live in a small town,
right?
Well, I was an EMT and a nurse for years, and I've worked in big cities and small towns, and just small towns. If he has kidney problems, that means he's going to need probably acute renal dialysis.
Yeah,
a PICC line put in. I don't know where he's at as far as the process goes. And
none. They just found it.
So he's going to need like a central line put in like tonight, and then maybe he'll go on some type of dialysis. And small towns are just not.
They're not equipped. We have 3 dialysis units here, but they're all for established cases, not, they're
chronic,
maintenance, not,
yeah.
And apparently he's been sick for like 3 or 4 days. He caught a flu and just never got over it, or stomach bug or something. I don't know. They didn't really tell me much. My brother's not. He's the schizophrenic, and so he doesn't really put all his. Yes.
Let's talk about that. Well, hold on. Let's talk about your dad first. Are we going to? Is the show canceled now, or what?
No. Like I said, I mean, I can't do anything. I still got a house full of like people, so I'm still on duty. But in the event,
you got to keep them side chicks satisfied, otherwise they'll marry your friends.
Well, I mean,
I'm adding levity to the situation.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. I'm trying to rationalize it. I guess I don't know.
You got to service these side chicks, or they don't feel loved.
Well, I got a house full of other people's kids. Actually, one of them's mine, and both her brother and her sister. Her sister, actually, my daughter's sister, actually, in a hotel now for the moment, which I guess is kind of cool because I don't have screaming kids currently running under my desk right now. That's why I haven't been streaming. Right. I'm sitting around and I'm part of a jungle gym for an infant. Doesn't really make for good content, I don't think. Not very well managed content, at least. Right. But yeah, I'll probably be going to Savannah sometime tonight. But I'm not going to go until I know something.
I mean, yeah, don't make no sense. It doesn't mean it's going to. As a nurse, and you get the family coming in, and they want all these answers, and at the end of the day, it's just like, well, he's old and he's sick, and we're just doing a bunch of shit.
He's like 10,000 years old.
10, yeah, and there's 10,000 things happening all at the same time. It's not like, oh, he got shot in his leg, and now he needs surgery, and he'll be done tomorrow. It's never. It's not like that. Usually.
Did I miss Tootie Bug? My bad. Hey, Tootie Bug. Welcome in. She made some of this for me. Where is it at?
I forgot you had a schizophrenic brother. What's going on with that?
He's pretty well medicated up at the moment. Everything seems to be fairly well balanced. I got some of that.
Did he end up homeless or anything at some point?
No. Actually, he also married a rich woman.
When did you grow up with this brother?
Yes.
And when did you know that he was schizophrenic?
I've always known his cheese wasn't on his cracker proper. But I got to see him in all kinds of situations and saw how he reacted to things, and I always thought he was kind of nuts, right? And lo and behold, when he turned about 35, they diagnosed him as borderline schizo. And when he hit about, well, actually, it's about 35, but when he hit about 45, he had his first full-blown mental break and ended up like hiding in the engine compartment of a combine. And small town, so like the guy who owned the place called me. And then the next time it happened, the guy who, the cop who showed up knew me and called me and was like, "Can you come get your brother?" And I was like, "Okay." And I went traipsing through the woods in the middle of February in a snowstorm. And it's real weird. I don't understand this. Anybody on earth can approach him and he'll freak out. His wife, my dad, my sister, anybody, right? But I can walk out there and be like, "Hey, come get in the truck." And he'll just come out and climb in the truck like it's a Tuesday. Like nothing's happening. Stark naked with a hat on. Right? "What's up? Gotta go somewhere?" "Okay." And we go. I don't know why, but that's been the case so far. But he hasn't had a break in about 3 years that I'm aware of, 4 years. So that's good.
My ex, I didn't know she was schizophrenic. I knew she was crazy because she liked tarot cards and she believed all that voodoo shit, root work and all that, which is just a bunch of crap to me. But we split, and then she filed a restraining order against me. I didn't even talk to her, and the cops showed up, and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then you have to come to the station right now. I was like, "What?" It's not like I prepared myself for a restraining order,
right?
And I went down there. I went down there, and I read the restraining order. The first thing is they took all my. They immediately came back to my house and took all my guns. I still haven't gotten them back because it's like this whole ongoing thing. And secondly, she made up like all this stuff that I did, but the top of the line was, she said I broke into her house with my brother and my brother's roommate, and we drugged her with heroin and poppers, and then we SA'd her, and then she started posting
poppers.
Stuff. Well, do you know?
I'm just asking for a friend. Can you find some poppers?
Do you know what they are? I don't think you know what they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what
who little uses angle nitrate popper things? The little butyl, whatever. Yeah. I haven't seen them fuckers since I was back on hardcore.
No, they sell them at porn shops and smoke shops. I saw them the other day. I went to a smoke shop. I don't smoke that stuff, but I just went in there.
Maybe they don't sell them here. I don't think. I'm in Georgia, bro. Like, it's possible.
I never tried it. It's that the gays use it, right? Do you know that?
I know.
And supposedly it opens your butt.
I know.
But it also makes you high. I don't want my butt open. Maybe like a rush would be fun, but I'm scared. I'm not going to do it. I never tried it.
Fred, I don't feel like shitting my pants today, bro. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, it's there. I saw it.
Oh, Tootie Bug, are you busy? Are you still doing your thing over there? You met Tootie Bug yet?
No. But And then she started posting, and then she posted that.
Dude, I saw some of that stuff. That shit is wild, bro.
Hold on, listen to this. Listen, she said that me and Madonna and my brother's roommate broke into her house and essayed her and videotaped it and live streamed it while Hunter Biden was masturbating. Like, it's just like bizarre.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. There's a 50-50 chance that she was right on that last one. Stop. I mean, you don't know.
She says that Madonna's my cousin and then I'm banging her. It's just like the craziness of everything that comes out. You never know what you're going to get. And it was nice. She somehow went to New York City and she was posting her adventures, and she was getting trespassed, and she would like post the trespass thing, and she would go to the hospital because she's crazy, and she'd post like her drug results, all negative. So she's really crazy. And then somehow she's back in DC and I'm in Baltimore, and I'm like, oh God. I felt much safer with that buffer zone because she harassed my family. She called my sister's job. She said that my sister's a teacher. She said that my sister had CP on her computer, and she called my nephew's school and said that he had CP on his computer. So the cops had to get involved. I brought shame and humiliation and embarrassment to my entire family. My mom doesn't know, thank God. Happy Mother's Day. We kept it from her, but it's just so awful. And now she's back in DC. And part of me is like, wow, I feel so sorry for her, but nope, she's a dangerous fucker. I'm not gonna, if she wasn't dangerous, I'd go like give her a sandwich.
Did you take a restraining order?
Cats.
So restraining orders in Maryland, you can, if you go and you say that this person's done all these things, they'll give you one temporarily, and then you have to go to court within like a day or two. I went to court. And then I got a lawyer, and I got my brother. I'm like, bro, you remember her? She says that we did this to her. It's so humiliating. Spent a couple $1,000s on a lawyer, and the crazy bitch doesn't even show up.
Right.
And then, so it didn't go through. And then I got it shielded later.
For defamation, then? Couldn't you get her for defamation after the fact?
For what?
No.
What would you get out of it? What would be the point?
She's crazy and homeless.
And she knows that.
No, she doesn't.
She can't pay it.
She's sick. She's sick. She doesn't know it.
Right.
I don't even feel
There's
angry.
got to be something that you can do to keep that shit from happening.
I filed a restraining order, and they said no. She needs to make a direct physical threat, and it was all like kind of vague. They wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't. She's so crazy now. In the beginning, I didn't know she was crazy, but she's so crazy now.
I don't know how much I believe that.
No,
how do y'all not know? How do y'all not know we're crazy? Come on now, y'all
hold on. Hear me out. Late onset schizophrenia is totally a thing. Not everybody fruits up straight out of the womb. A lot of people are older and run into harder traumas and stuff, and it triggers the brakes. And also, there's the biochemical aspect of things just not working well as they did when you were young.
Yeah.
She was successful. Corporate.
This is very true.
I was gonna say that mental illness is not nothing to be fucking around with. Period. No matter what end of the spectrum of it you're on, if you have mental illness, you know what I'm talking about. If you have somebody in your family that's got mental illness, then you know what I'm talking about. And it sucks.
Here's the thing.
It fucking sucks.
The very thought processes that allow you to make the distinction are betraying her. This is why we don't convict these people of crimes, and we don't convict them of murder and stuff like that, is because it's hard to grasp someone who doesn't know the difference between right and wrong, because there's a chance she can pass a polygraph saying this stuff because she believes it.
Yep, straight up. It's the craziest shit. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen or ever had to deal with in my life. Definitely mental illness. No doubt. For sure.
I'm just glad we broke up because she dumped me. She dumped me. And it was unpleasant to say the least. And
the link worked for me, Lauren.
Even though we were not good together, that's for sure. But imagine if like I was with her and she got schizophrenia, and then it's kind of like it would be on me. You know what I mean? So I kind of like, it's great that I don't have to deal with that in a selfish kind of way.
True. I muted you, Em. You're feeding back again. And so we got like 5 minutes. I will pin the open panel link in chat for $1. Somebody send me $1 and we'll keep this going until I actually have to leave. But he apparently didn't dodge the bullet because he's still catching strays.
No, I dodged a bullet because if I was like still in love with her and like, I can save you, you know, here's a sandwich. No, you know, I can only imagine like trying to convince a schizophrenic homeless person and then bringing her to my house. Like, ugh, could you imagine? And she's like, no, I dodged a bullet. And it, like I said before, in the beginning when she was accusing me of all these things, it wasn't apparent that she was schizophrenic. But now
What's
it's
up,
like,
Jonesy? Welcome in, bud.
So obvious. So yeah, I dodged a bullet. Kind of. I got like a flesh wound.
I checked the link, Darlene. It works. It worked on my end.
But she's back in DC, so who knows? Maybe she'll.
Well, you see, that's the thing. She wasn't a stranger at first. She didn't become a stranger until after the schizophrenia set in real good. And here's the funny thing about that. It's not sometimes. It's not a slow onset. Like they seem to have their cheese on their cracker. They do. And then something happens. It might be someone cutting them off in traffic or some argument they hear at the laundromat or something they see on TV, and it just worms into their thought process. And the next thing you know, they're running down the street making noises like a fucking pigeon or hiding on a rooftop somewhere because the aliens are going to get them. Right. And there's a broad spectrum of what it could be as far as like the paranoia, the delusions, it's like falling down a rabbit hole and not being able to find your way out.
She's obsessed with celebrity, and she claims that these particularly electronic EDM DJs, including Diplo and something called Swedish House Mafia, and she claims that, we can't hear you, Em. You got to unmute. And she claims that she's married to them now, and she'll like send me letters and emails and stuff. I blocked her on phone, but every time I block her on email, she always gets a new email account. And in a way, it's, I don't know, I haven't blocked her completely on email, but she'll sign it with like, or she has a new name. She thinks she's also King Charles's illegitimate love child too. So she thinks she's entitled to that. And it's fucking sad, honestly. It's so fucking sad.
It is. I mean, I am unbelievably proud of my brother, especially given the fact that, you know, I know his history. I mean, the man's had like 6 wives. So like it wasn't like a big surprise to find out that he doesn't have all his wheat in the same basket, you know. It's it wasn't a huge surprise to me, but he was like, by the way, I've been diagnosed as schizophrenic. Finally, good on you. I'm autistic. You're schizophrenic, and our sister has a learning disability. She's not actually stupid. She's just as smart as I am. She just has troubles absorbing shit from a book. You talk to her, you tell her the story, you tell her about it, she's got it locked in. But if she has to read it, she has to read it several times before it soaks in. Meanwhile, I can sleep on the book and I pick up everything out of it. But yeah, mental health is a bitch because, quite frankly, even the psychological aspect of it is a soft science, and proof is very thin on the ground when it comes down to it. It all comes down to opinion, right? And they can be wrong. Opinions are just opinions. That's all they are.
In the beginning, I thought she'd snap out of it, but it's probably been like 4 years now, just complete insanity. And she's documenting it all on Instagram and Facebook and all over. And I hate that in America you should be able to force her. Like, we're going to lock you up and you're getting these meds.
But do the meds help? The thing is, you got to cycle through them until you find the right group that actually does help, and that can take a while, and it can be very scary.
I've never seen, I've had schizophrenic patients and I've talked to them and they're on this and that, but I've never, been with someone who was normal and then to see them from normal, high functioning to homeless and crazy. That's only I've seen that once.
Right.
And
let me try this.
I wish we could just lock them up and force meds upon them, or even if you don't want to force meds, fine, but you're crazy and we're going to lock you up.
Have you ever seen a schizophrenic break, like full blown, happen right in front of your eyes, like normal, and then poof, they're nuts? Yes.
You mean like in 30 minutes or something, or?
The transition can take place quite quickly, but yeah, like during the course of some activity, they went from normal to batshit crazy.
Well, when I look back at our relationship, I can see. I was like, oh, that's obviously schizophrenia now. I thought you just being a crazy dumb bitch that like tarot cards.
Now this is going to sound funny. This is not a joke. This is something that actually happened. And it was so hilarious at the time that I laughed until I cried, although it's a very sad story. So just keep that in mind. In this tiny town that I have, we have a handful of like halfway houses and hospice houses and stuff where people who are either schizophrenic or mentally challenged or disabled can live, and there's people there to help them and stuff like that. And one of these patients is a woman who lost her entire family in a house fire. And most of the time, she's fine. Every now and then, her cheese slips off her cracker and she sneaks out the window and goes riding around on a road trip with her family. She just climbs in the car and she's, like I said, 90% of the time she's fine. Every now and then, she just leaves her life and goes on a road trip with some dead people. And usually, and this is like kind of her working up to doing that thing, she'll have a couple of nights where she'll like go to the Waffle House and just sit there. And they've learned not to serve her when she's like this. And so she'll order food and they'll bring her water and she doesn't even notice. She's just there arguing with her whole family and there's nobody in the booth with her. Very sad, very depressing. And so everybody's kind of nice to her and just, not really ignores her, but reacts as if there's people there because everybody knows the story. It's so very sad. And most of the time she's perfectly rational. You run across her any other time and she's, over there talking to real people and stuff. There's another guy. He's full-blown something, but he believes that the federal government are trying to steal his raps because they want to give them to Kanye so that he can be an even bigger star, because without his raps, Kanye's not going to make it. And I know that sounds nuts, but when you hear him say it, it's even crazier.
No, she does the same thing. She thinks she's a music producer, an executive, and a songwriter. And she posts like all these lyrics to these songs she's writing. And it's like, hey, these lyrics actually look pretty good.
Right.
She thinks she's a famous musician too. And people are stealing her work. And actually, I Googled her name. And she was hanging out around Union Square, New York City, 14th Street. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a cool place. She was in the fucking USA Today. And they interviewed her. And there's her name. And they're like, it was like spring or something, summer, and Union Square, nice area. And she's like, oh, this is so-and-so. And she's complaining that big record companies are stealing artists' work and she's not getting paid. It's great. Like it's just what whoever you're talking about said. Just similarities.
As kind of a passing joke, folks call this guy Radio because everywhere he goes, he carries a Bluetooth speaker and is constantly playing music, just a hair loud enough to be slightly annoying. Right. So it's not bad. Right. He's conscious that he's bothering people, but only just a little bit. Okay. So let me lay the scene. Waffle House, 3 a.m., 2 schizophrenics they have not encountered.
Sounds like a joke.
I know it does, but this God's honest truth that happened. Me, the cook, and the waitress are all sitting on one side of the place because there's nobody to serve because this dude's already got his food and that chick doesn't get any. And we're waiting for somebody to come in, and I'm over there drinking coffee. She comes up to the place, quote unquote, to pay. He's standing up, getting his food, backing away, pointing at the chef, going, I know you work for the feds and you're coming to get my wraps, and I'm going to leave before you get them. And she's arguing with someone who died 20 years ago, and he bumps into her. They turn around, and it was like electricity in the air, bro. There was this moment where they just stared at each other, and she said, I'm sorry, he's just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And he turned and looked and went, who is? And she said, my son. And he goes, what son? She says, well, he doesn't mean any harm. And she said, nobody can harm me. I'm God. And she goes, well, my husband is a Fed and he's been following you around. And he goes, I'll fucking do it. Where's that motherfucker at? And she points at an empty space that says right here. You can't see him. And he goes, and mid schizophrenic break, this man turns and looks over at us and goes, I got to take my meds. This shit can't possibly be happening. And then went back into the conversation full fucking pour. And I fell the fuck out crying. I was laughing so hard. And they went back and forth for another few seconds. And then just both of them just stopped. And they stared at each other as they turned around. And then he backed out of the Waffle House and got on his bicycle and left. And she stood there with her head cocked to the side and was like, well, no, Bill, I don't think he believes you're a Fed. He seems to be a nice guy. And then turns around and sticks a toothpick in the credit card machine and leaves. And I was dying laughing. And I finally get myself under control. I look at the chef. I look at the cook that night and I go, dude, did that shit just happen? He's like, Sasquatch. So what? He said, did you record that? And I started crying because I missed it. I was like, no, I didn't even think about it.
I feel bad. There's this woman on TikTok who's becoming famous, and she obviously has the same schizophrenic symptoms. And I'm trying to find her now so we can maybe exploit her on the show. I mean, probably we shouldn't, but I forget her name. But then here's the crazy thing. I'm even more scared that she takes meds, becomes healed, and then tries to reach out to me. Like, what do you do then? Like, obviously block and not talk to her, but like, imagine.
Have you ever had a snake get in your apartment?
No.
Okay. Well, how would you deal with it if a snake got in your apartment? You woke up and you went to the bathroom, and you look over and there's a snake curled up behind the door, and you're like, oh shit, there's a snake. What do you do?
Throw it out the fucking house.
How?
Take it.
I'm calling my sister to come and get it because I know her dumb ass left it over there. Period.
I mean, if it's
That's
not
exactly what would be
copperhead,
happening. No, if it's a copperhead, somebody put it in there trying to kill me.
So
copperhead or a rattler, we got a problem. But
sure.
If it's anything else, we'll just pick it up and move it.
Okay. And you can identify these snakes on site?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that. How do you do it? Do you just smack it around and slap every fucking thing on the way out and toss it out a window?
No, I'm putting that thing in a damn bag.
And respectfully and carry it out and let it go because it don't mean no harm. It just got in the wrong spot.
Yep.
Put it in a box.
She don't mean no harm. She's just in the wrong spot, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to smack her around.
I'm just saying, there's no point in pissing off a viper, right?
Yeah, no. Hell fucking no. No.
But in a way, it's like I'd want to talk to her. And what if she's like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. Do you know what happened? And I'd just be like, yeah, bitch, you went crazy. You accused me of all these things. You went after me. I don't know. I really, at this point, just not talk to her. But I guess she's just going to be crazy forever. And then one day it'll all stop. And I guess something horrible might have happened because she's like homeless. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So sad. Anyway.
It is.
That's sad.
And the worst part is there's nothing but themselves that can do anything about it because they have to accept the problem and take the steps necessary to deal with it.
But she doesn't know she's crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She has to have a moment of clarity. It has to maintain clarity long enough for them to figure out the drugs. And that's a very difficult trap to be in.
Yeah.
What if I'm crazy right now and I think everything's normal, but I'm actually crazy? Like, it's possible.
You might.
How'd you know?
That might really be happening.
Maybe you two don't even
nobody
exist.
that can do anything about it but you, dude.
Yeah, Barney's just sitting in the corner of his room in his mom's basement. He's been there for the past 18 months just talking to people on a fucking play phone, right?
Yeah.
Well, first things first, when you start living in a basement, that's the starting point right there. I promise.
Damn it. I got to move
Basements
out
are bad in general. I'm not a fan of basements.
I love it. I freaking love it.
Well, the thing about basements are, so there's various gases that exist just in dirt that dirt makes, and they can make you crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Like crazy as hell. Like,
that shit has hurt me.
Dude, you start catching some carbon monoxide poisoning up in a house and you don't realize it's happening. You're walking around feeling like shit all the time. Your eyes are fucking puffy. You're constantly having headaches and mild hallucinations and shit, and you don't know why. It's fucking carbon monoxide. Just put a fan in the window, damn it. Like, clear that shit out.
I found the crazy
that
woman.
legit might be happening to me right now. No fucking shit. Everything you just described has been going on for at least a solid week now, especially the headaches and the fucking just not feeling good and stuff. And I fell out and had a seizure like about a week ago. Like, yep. And I just realized I've had the window shut quite a bit here lately. Because it's been fucking cold up here, bro. At night, it's been colder than a witch's tit, man. For real.
You have
just curious.
Seriously.
Do you have seizures?
Yeah.
Do you take meds?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And whenever I don't take my meds like I'm supposed to, after about 2 days, boom, every time. Ever since I started, especially since I got on these site meds that I'm on, the damn Seroquel and the clonidine, for sure.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me run this one by Barn right quick. Homegirl is on a high functioning, high dose Seroquel, and she's functioning like she is right now.
Yeah.
Seroquel. What happens if I take that shit, bro?
Only the craziest people get Seroquel.
That's true. If
I'm
I take Seroquel,
250 milligrams a day.
Chill out. If I take Seroquel, any amount at all, I will sit wherever the hell I was sitting until I can't stand it no more and I have to go pee. And then I will exert myself just enough to make it in there to pee and exert myself just enough to get back to wherever the hell I was sitting. That's it. Otherwise, I'm just drooling on myself.
Mm-hmm.
You look at her.
Mm-hmm.
Explains a lot.
The first thing I asked was whether or not they've tried Depakote, because that had almost identical effect on me. I might have pissed myself on Depakote. I'm not sure.
But so far, the Seroquel, the way that I've got it now, and the clonidine together, they seem to be doing a pretty good job of keeping things where they're supposed to be. Now, I do not have like a very high like tolerance for bullshit at all. Even on meds now, I'm not fixing to do that. Like, I'll throw something at you first. Because like I'm already going to the doctor and taking the meds for y'all and shit and being calm and stuff. Don't play games with me. I will fucking throw something at your head. That face. Yeah.
Taste this. I bet you don't think I can tell the difference, do you? Watch. That tastes great. And that tastes great too. But I think, well, no, I can't tell the difference, Vern. I guess I flunked the taste test. I bet I'm going to have to clean the blackboards again.
What the hell?
That's what's his fucking name?
Ernest.
Jim Barney.
Jim Varney. You are correct. Yes, ma'am.
I've been watching that dude my whole damn life. My whole damn life.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm fixing to do. I'm going to do a grift break. If some amount of donations don't come in at the end of the song, I'm going to end the stream, and me and Barney are going to talk about deep philosophical bullshit that none of y'all know about.
Nice.
However, at the same time,
I know about philosophical stuff.
Yeah, you'll be here. It's fine. You're already backstage. You don't have to worry about it. Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
I am going to drop the StreamYard link one more time, and then I'm going to play a horrible song. How do you feel about horrible songs, Vaughn? I
love horrible music. Everybody knows that.
I feel like you should just end it instead of.
And I want to hear the music. It's really an excuse to play the song.
You.
Yeah. No, I get it. I dig it.
Okay.
But I like the song. I say
okay,
horrible.
Let's do it.
Welcome to space. What were you expecting? It's a dangerous place. Thank you for investing. Go there for your rota, there for your orders. Fill up these quotas, we'll bill for your quarters. Report to your foreman, but watch for marauders. Cause if you get eaten, there's fees for your mourners. Prosperity's there in the care of magnates. In halcyon heaven awaits. Did you think it was supposed to look like the poster? It mostly does, if you'd only read closer. Just 10 short years to a new frontier. Snooze as you cruise and you'll wake up here. You've been trapped in that ship for an awful long time, so perhaps you have simply forgot what you signed. Oh, honestly, did you not read the colony policy that defined you as company property? That waivers your say in autonomy. The conglomerates got you in lock and key. We put the dollar back into idolatry. If you're upset, you can rent an apology. We are a family forged in bureaucracy. No I in team, but there's con in economy. Were you expecting adventure? Were you hoping for fun? My friend, you're indentured and pleasures exempt from your tenure. So venture back down to your slum that's provided at generous prices. Your worth is determined by your sacrifices. A small term of service went down on the surface. Internment's a freebie that comes with the purchase. We work to earn the right to work, 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 to earn the right to give ourselves the right to buy ourselves the right to live, to earn the right to die. To our little town, why don't you settle down? You just fill out the paperwork and you could look around. We're happy as can be inside the valley cannery. We live to pack the cans of meat and not to question where it's found until we end up in the ground around the corner in the yard. You know, we thought we liked the sound of finding glory in the stars. The borders taught us to be proud of never reaching very far. So we earn what we're allowed and give it right back at the bar. The ale to cure what ails you. Zero G brew, your favorite flavor. So work till you bleed, ennobled by labor, then purchase relief from your local retailer. If you'd rather drop dead, that's fine, but you know to drop it down dead, there's a fine. So you do your job and I do mine. I gotta meet a 6 foot deep bottom line. We make a fortune for the board by selling boredom door to door, because it's all that we deserve and it is all we can afford. The secrets of the universe and all the worlds to be explored, but our dreams are back on earth and now the work is our reward. And you'll be grateful for seats at the table, though it dips at one end and the bench is unstable. You may waste your days, but at least you were able to pay off your...
This one's for you, buddy. Nice.
If this is your first shift at Waffle House, you have to fight.
Y'all gonna act right or I'm closing this bitch down!
Smells like a wet shit in a Waffle House in here.
Oh, thank you. My mama thank you too, but she did. That is an anonymous donation who's going to keep the show going. So here we are. doing the thing with the thinginess. I gotta change my banners up because that's annoying. But like I said, I lost a bet, and so if I gotta pay up if I don't grift at least once for every stream, I have to be able to prove it. So here I am, straight up Boyd, right? Oh no, not that. Cancel.
What?
All right, I got another thing for you right here.
Four batteries not included.
Help! Help me! I should not be alive. Oh my God, why do I exist? Please remove my batteries. Please. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Help! It hurts.
Teddy Ruxpin comes with
Like I said, I'm going to ruin your childhood today. I muted you, Em. Love that stuff.
I have my sticker book. Do you want to see that?
What kind of stickers? Like
I was at Mom's house and she's like, you know, you're 50 years old. Can you start getting some of your shit out of my house?
And you got some of your shit out of our house and you have your sticker book. How old were you when you did the sticker book?
I don't know, man. So young. Pre-puberty.
If you wish, I've got nothing better planned. My other plan was to try to go dig through Axis Ratblood's back file and see if I could find where he cursed Dusty.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me get my sticker book. It's just the Teddy Ruxpin. I didn't play with that, but I
no, I got a bunch of these over here. I got a bunch of these old commercials. So while he's doing that, we'll see what this is.
Escaped from charm school. Irons his underwear. Watches hygiene films. He says, anyone chewing bubble tape owes me 50 push-ups. The lunch lady wears a hairnet. Serves mashed potatoes with an ice cream scoop. Puts gravy on everything. She says,
bubble tape is not part of a well-balanced diet.
Bubble tape. It's 6 feet of bubble gum. For you, not them.
It's like a blast from the past, bro. Like, that's wild.
Let me find something good. Hold on. Here we go. I've got the Puffy.
I love those.
The candy. And then I've got Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Is that fun? Hold on. I've got good ones too.
Yeah, that is fun, actually. I haven't seen the Garbage Pail Kids. I think I have one card. Those old hologram cards, the stickers, those things are freaking wild.
Knight Rider. I can't believe that sticker books were a fucking thing, honestly. They're so stupid.
I don't know. When you're a kid, what else you gonna do, man?
You got Return of the Jedi.
That's cool.
Scratch and Sniff. They still actually smell.
Do they smell like nostalgia or like what they smell like?
They smell like cola. I love cola. Coca-Cola.
Cool.
Hold on. Some of these I can't show. Of course, as a boy, you have to have like Big Muck, Polo Sickle, like, you know, negative stickers, I guess. Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids was an interesting twist on the whole sticker game in the first place.
Yeah, that's about it. There's not too many. I've got a bunch of unused. Oh, here we go. I've got Cars. Football, I was never really into it. Instant Lazy Goo. I don't know why I didn't use that. Look at these stickers. Oh, look at all these Return of the Jedi stickers. I feel like I should use them.
Perhaps you should check some eBay. Some of those might be fairly rare, bro.
A Stinky. I'm growing my nails too. I'm on like a nail biter. I think I'm gonna get a manicure soon. It's kind of sus, but something to look forward to. I just love chewing nails. I know it's gross, but I have to stop. Trying to up my game in 2026.
I hear you. A better you. A better you.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. I mean, it's very simple, dude. It's also one of the most impossible things you're ever going to do, but you can do the impossible. I have faith in you. Let me explain how. Today, you had a good day. Was it a decent day?
It's all right.
Tomorrow. Oh, that's good. It wasn't a bad day, was it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so tomorrow, I want you to wake up, and I want you to remember this. Today is going to be a better day than yesterday, and you're going to do one thing that makes it a better day than yesterday, and then do the same thing the next day. You don't have to make huge changes, just tiny little things, a little bit every day, just a little better every day.
I learned something today, actually. I've been eating sticky rice, and I bought like a 10-pound bag of the sticky rice, and I have this beautiful rice cooker. And I don't know if you have a rice cooker, but you need one. And I like mine the best because it's just simple. It doesn't have like 1,000 buttons and options. It's like a pot that goes in with a lid that comes off. You don't need all this weird stuff. Put the rice in, rinse it, put a little vinegar in maybe or whatever, click it, and then it's like perfect rice every time. But this damn sticky rice, I just put it together and I was like, this sticky rice is making me exhausted. And I was reading about it. Fucking sticky rice is like a sedative or something. And it's like, I'll go to the gym, I'll come home, I'll cook like a piece of meat, some rice, salad, trying to do something good here for myself. And then I'll just get so tired. I'm like, is this what happens with old age? And I'm like, wait a minute, is it the sticky rice? And I Googled, does sticky rice make you tired? And even before you finish like typing it out, it's like, yes, sticky rice makes you fucking pass out. And I have to like nap. I just like fall asleep. I'm like, when you just give up and you give in to falling asleep, like no matter where you're at, when you just can't move. Bro, this sticky rice is diabolical. I have one serving left and I finally figured it out. No wonder I've been.
Welcome in Imagine
so tired.
Artwork.
Imaginea.
Imagine Artwork.
Imagine
Artwork, yeah. Hi.
I guess I should throw my sticker book away.
Why? No. I think you take a totally different route, bro. Take a totally different
I don't
route.
want a bunch of shit in my house. It's like already
Hear me out.
So much
but before you throw it away, please, I beg of you.
Should I show the girls this? Should I be like, hey, baby? Back to my place.
Google the individual stickers.
Huh?
Google the individual stickers and see if there's a resale value to them. Because that way, at least somebody who wants them gets them.
Okay. Original Return of the Jedi stickers value. Original Return.
Those Garbage Pail Kid stickers are going to be worth some shit too.
Original Return of the Jedi stickers value. Okay, here's something for $500. Wait a minute.
See what I'm fucking telling you, dude.
This is like all of them. This is like all of them. These are like,
but you might get 50 or 20 or 30 for a sticker, dude. Like, why not? And they're mint. Those things are crispy, bro.
But it looks like the expensive ones are the baseball cards, like the players, and mine are just like the vehicles. Okay, so I should start an online eBay business.
I'm not saying start a business. I'm saying you can sell a few stickers for more than they're worth and get it out of your house at the same time.
I got something I want to show you. We'll do show and tell. I'll be right back.
And until he returns,
call 1-900-4-CORPSE. You can tell the corpse all of your problems. It won't tell a soul what you said. We're not exactly sure how he died, but we are sure that he is a corpse. Please note the corpse only understands English and Spanish. Call now, 1-900-4-CORPSE. Just $1.99 per minute. Long distance charges may apply.
what you got there?
This is my first electric guitar.
Cool.
And there's Garbage Pail Kid stickers on it. Right there.
I mean, why not? Why wouldn't there be? That makes perfect sense to me.
And there's one there. And then
that's beautiful.
These ones back here. That's it. That's my Garbage Pail Kid sticker.
Probably it's a better collection than I have. I think I have one card in there.
I'm back.
I could tell by the way you said you were back. Bambi and Boggle, we're skipping that one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like I had to. I don't think anyone wants. Maybe kids want stickers. Do kids even like stickers?
I mean, sure. I mean, what kid doesn't like stickers?
I don't know. Should I start handing them out to kids around here? I guess so.
Well, I mean, if you wish, but like I said, dude, like they are a tidbit of history. It may not be for you, but somebody out there could. And the internet's just the place to find them. There's some fruit cup chucker out there that's just itching to get their hands on the rest of the cards the rest of the stickers you just showed me. You know?
I guess. I feel like I should just give them to the neighborhood kids. I'll give them to Cece. She's got like 1,000 kids. Grandmother. Half the block is hers.
Yeah. Stop it. Get some help. Oh yeah, this is fucking. This commercial was like 10 minutes long. It was the old Monsters commercial where it actually showed part of the freaking episode in it.
Here we go. It smells like skunk, horse,
ew,
or barnyard. Just scratch and sniff. Stinky stickers. Oh, they still smell.
Great. You ever heard of Techo the talking dog? This is Techo the talking dog.
Amazing because this dog talks. Incredible but true, a genuine talking dog. He actually speaks English, and now you can hear him by calling this number. Imagine listening to a talking dog. This is no joke. This is the real thing. Call now.
And this stuff was like on TV. You could like do these things.
1-9.
Crazy. Or the Muppet. You ever oh wow. Do you remember the call-in Muppet things? This is when I was little. Like I remember seeing it and being like, Mommy, Mommy.
All Mommy has to do is dial 976-2424.
Hi-ho, what's Mommy wearing? Let me hear Mommy fart a little something for me. Come on, don't be shy. Make it fart.
Why did the mommy call the Muppet sex line? Give up? Because she's a real filthy bitch. Now let me hear you fart a little bit.
Hello, Mommy. Do you want to hear me?
Right? Obviously, that's total bullshit. But there was a Muppet line for a while there, and you'd call in and get a random Muppet. So, and I mean, I can imagine there was like 10 dudes in an apartment somewhere that were like, "Happy birthday!"
Have you seen the Gangsta Party line?
Are you serious?
That you have, right?
I have not. I don't think.
This is the funniest thing ever. Play that. It's in that same.
Wow.
This is the funniest. This is one of the best things ever that the internet ever produced.
I don't know. Have you seen the bit with what was it? Was it Jenkins barbecue and foot massage?
I got a question about foot massage.
Oh, hold up.
Hold up for the what? Foot massage question?
Yeah, 1 second, bro. Like, we got to do the thing or it ain't a thing.
What's up, nigga? You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all
This
talking
is
shit
great.
about you right now.
You want to sell that shit?
I gotta save this. I gotta clip this for later.
There's like a part 2 as well. This is the best.
Oh,
one.
good. Oh, dear God.
I'm shocked you haven't seen this. It means you're not a full degenerate.
Oh, maybe not. I'm saving this one. I'm gonna take a clip out of it for donations, bro. There's hundreds of us waiting for your shit.
Call these motherfuckers ASAP.
Yeah, I said some shit. What? Man, fuck you and your bone spurs.
The hardest niggas standing by, ready to pick up that phone. Buff niggas, dark niggas, Asian niggas, white niggas.
Suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
I got some insider information. I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe, you know what? No, never mind. It's too hot for TV.
Okay.
No, I don't want to say.
1-213-373-42 F niggas, classic niggas, racist niggas, mystery niggas, psycho niggas, dog niggas, Jewish niggas.
You got some motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit ass nigga. Better calm that shit down and come around here and show me some fucking respect before me and my Jewish niggas come up here and beat your ass, nigga. Off top.
Niggas is talking shit. Call now.
$4.99 per minute.
Thank you, brother.
Great.
I very much appreciate that. Oh, that's gonna be solid gold for clips, bro. Oh, wow, that's good stuff. Oh, bother. Now what, fearless leader?
Who's the leader?
You gotta unmute yourself occasionally, like.
That's y'all. Y'all two white ass motherfuckers. That's y'all department.
White ass motherfucker. Girl, you're my white brethren. What the fuck? You're white. You're the whitest one up here.
This bitch over here catching moonbird on a short moonlit walk. Talking about we white. Just cause I'm Caucasian don't mean I ain't black.
Exactly. I was like, your whole fucking name says you're white, bro.
Can you speak Hindi yet, by the way?
Indian? Is that what you just asked me?
Can you speak Hindi? No?
No.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Because he ain't teach me none of that shit. He don't want me to know that. He don't want me, because if I start learning his language, then I'm going to know he's up to no good.
But you got an Indian man?
I'm getting on this shit.
Wait, you got an Indian man?
She's basically in Little India over there. She's all up amongst them Patels and what's the other ones? The Guptas.
Yeah. Did you say Gupta?
I've met a few Indians myself, madam. Very lovely ladies.
I've been to India. I've been to India. I used to go with this Indian.
Really? I'm so jelly. I want to go to India. He's always trying to go to goddamn Canada, though. He was born in Canada. And he's from Canada, and then they moved here. So, but he's been to India like once or twice.
They don't have toilet paper there. Do you know that?
No shit, bro. They don't have a lot of things over there.
I'm just letting you know. Like when you go, you have to be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's why I'm not in a hurry to go over there because I know how that shit is. Then there's the river, the issue with the river.
Let me tell you,
all that
hold
crap.
I had a couple of cousins that when they got married, her dad basically paid for their vacation, their honeymoon, wherever they wanted to go, and she picked like someplace in India that she had seen and wanted to go see. So the time, a couple of weeks after the wedding, time comes, they need a ride to the fucking airport. So hold on, I'm gonna mute you again. So they need a ride to the airport. So I get up at 5 a.m., drive them up there, drop them off, and I get home. Later that afternoon, I get like 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call, and it's homeboy, and he's like, dude. And I'm like, what? He's like, there's no toilet paper in the bathroom over here. I'm like, call the front desk. He's like, no, you don't understand. None of the bathrooms have toilet paper. And I was like, oh, can you buy a newspaper? And he hung up on me. My next question was whether there was a bookstore nearby, but
a lot of them don't even have soap, to be honest.
No, hold on. He hung up on me. Like, it's like what, a 14-hour flight or some goddamn shit like that. And
it's forever.
And homeboy called me at like 16 hours later, and he's like, there's no toilet paper. I'm like, can you buy a newspaper? And he hangs up. And then like exactly 12 hours after that, so around 2 in the afternoon the next day, he calls me and goes, dude, we're going to be landing in Atlanta in like 18 hours. We've got 2 layovers to do. We're coming home. And I was like, oh, okay, dude. I did a little bit of math and was like, man, that's when I'm supposed to be going to work. I'll see what I can do. I'll get somebody up there to come pick you up or something. And I was able to take the day off and go pick them up. I picked them up. These motherfuckers looked like they had been put through the rough cycle on a dryer, dude. They looked rough. They'd only be gone like 29 hours or so, like maybe 48 hours. And they looked like they'd been run over by a whole pack of bulls. And they were just like, nah, we're going down. We're going down to Jekyll. We're going to stay down there for a fucking month because and I don't know how they did this. They got a refund on it, because it was like a whole week at a really swanky fucking place over there and stuff. And they got as far as getting to the room and left immediately and got a refund for all of it. And so they ended up turning the week in India into like almost a month on Jekyll. So, I mean, long term it worked out. But he said what did it? What did it? Like they got all the way to the little bed and breakfast place or whatever it was they were staying at. And they went in. The bathroom thing kind of unsettled them, and they're like, okay, fine, fuck it. We're going to go out and go down to the little, not bar. It's not a bar. It's like a cafe or something where they serve coffee and stuff. And they also have food. And they went down there going to go get some food, and they get there. And when they walk in, they get hit with the most atrocious scent. She said it smelled like raw fucking diapers in the sun. And I was like, okay, like, what was there, like a cesspool nearby or something? She's like, no, this was the food. This was the food. And I looked at my husband, my freshly minted white knight husband, who is here only on this earth to save me. And I looked at him and I said, save me from this bullshit. And he turned me around on the spot. We got in the cab. We went back to the hotel. We left one bag still at the fucking, not hotel, but the bed and breakfast place they were at. They went in, they couldn't pick up all their stuff. And so they just left one piece of their luggage behind because they couldn't carry it out on foot. And they got in a little rickshaw and got drugged back to the fucking airport. And they went in and pitched an absolute high salute bitch and got put on the next available plane back anywhere in the fucking US. They did a layover in Austin coming back. Like, they were in the air for almost 20 fucking hours because they just took the very next thing headed that way. Probably Spirit too. If you
yeah, it's an interesting go there. What happened? Are we still?
What up?
There we are. No, I was looking at something.
I don't really, honestly, if there was, that's the last place I'd want to go. If I could go anywhere in the world, India is literally the last place.
Why are you jealous?
No, I'm not jealous. I'm not trying to get over there and get mud butt or
Just
catch some
first
kind
thing,
of fucking disease.
bro, the very first thing out of your mouth when he said he'd been to India was, "Oh, I'm so jelly."
Yeah, but still, I'm jealous because I want to go see places like Darren Kugu and some of the temple, but that's about it.
I got attacked by a tranny on a train, an Indian
over
fucking
there.
tranny. Yes,
That sounds like a joke, bro. That sounds like the opening to a joke. I got attacked by a tranny on a train one time, and
an Indian tranny,
an Indian tranny
in India.
In India.
Yes,
I'm sorry. That sucks. That's gotta suck.
it did because I was trying to sleep, and it was like, it's like an Indian train, and it's not like.
Oh my god!
It was like.
Did you smack him?
Well, no, you sit on the train, and it's like there's like a seat and there's like a back thing, and then when people want to sleep, you pull the back thing up and there's a chain and it chains to the ceiling, and I was like sleeping on that, my big self, and then the other person sleeps on the bottom. I think it's just 2 layers, but I mean, I guess maybe attack is a strong word, but I'm like sleeping, trying to sleep, and there's like millions of Indians everywhere. I'm like the only white guy, and all of a sudden, I finally catch a little bit of sleep. I'm going to the fucking Taj Mahal. I'm going to Agra. I'm sleeping, and then all of a sudden, there's this clap right in front of my face. It's like, and I'm like, I wake up, and I'm like, I'm in India. I'm Barnabas. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, and there's this big fucking Indian, and I was like, is that a tranny? And it was a tranny, and I don't speak that fucking language. And she's like, putting her hand out like I owe her some money because I'm white. It was like the white tax, and I'm like, bitch, I ain't paying you. And she's like, and later they and no, I didn't physically. There's no physical touch, but it was like, and like everyone's looking at the white guy and everyone's looking at the tranny, and I'm like, is this where I die? Is this where I die? Because I have another story actually, and it was like I owed them money because I was white or something, and apparently apparently these trannies go around terrorizing people, demanding money from people because they're big trannies, and apparently she said she was going to come back and kill me with all friends, but luckily I survived. So maybe not attacked, but definitely accosted. But the scary story was I was just walking down the street, and then I got hit in the head, and I got knocked out for like a second, and I fell down in the dirt. I'm like walking, something hits me in the head, I fall down, and then it's like a movie, and I open my eyes, and I see this fucking cricket ball. And cricket is cool, actually. It's fun. I was playing it too. I see this cricket ball rolling. And I was like, did I just get knocked out by a cricket ball? And then I look up and I see all these kids on the fence. And the fence is like a mud wall with broken glass on top of it. And their eyes were big. Like I thought I was going to be attacked, robbed, and killed. But then I saw the kids and I knew it was an accident. But then I was like, oh my God, am I going to have brain surgery in India? Do I have a brain bleed?
Oh no.
And I have to go to fucking hospital. Like it's possible. And I was like, is this how my life ends in India? Like of all the places for my big ass head to occupy in space, it wanted to occupy the same spot this random fucking cricket ball was at. Obviously none of that came true.
What's the chances?
God. So low, but never zero, right? That's the thing.
It's never zero, bro.
Never zero, bro.
I love the term a non-zero chance, right? Yeah. And it's because even the most outlandish bullshit occasionally happens. Oh, I got an idea for a show, and I was thinking of planning like 3 of these and then being very limited because they have a very particular point. I want to go through are you familiar with the Lore Lodge channel?
Mm-mm.
All right, so they go through unsolved mysteries and stuff like different disappearances and all kinds of other stuff like that. And they go through a bunch of the records and whatnot. And I want to take a look at the ones that were released before the case was solved, right? And go through the details that were available and make a guess at what had happened, and then do the update, right? And see how close we get, on a dry run. Now, some of these I've already watched, but I had this idea a while back and stopped watching the updates specifically so I could do this. So I've got like 3 cases. All of them are really freaking weird, and they've all been solved at this point as to what happened to them, but I haven't seen those updates, right? And I haven't looked at any of the I'm just aware that the solving has taken place. I don't know what has happened. And what I want to do is go through and watch the old video and make a prediction as to how the case was solved, and then look at the update and that be the show, right? So it might be like 2 hours. It might be an hour and 45 minutes. It's whatever it takes for the particular videos and the points in question. But, and I'm thinking I might go through and do some editing just to kind of eliminate a whole bunch of frou-for-all from the Lore Lodge channel, not because I don't like the Lore Lodge, but because I'm not advertising their fucking sponsors and shit,
Wait, am I committing to another 2 hours on your show? Or is that what's going on?
Well, I was thinking about trying to fit it inside of a 2-hour window and just getting the pertinent information from the videos so that we can make a guess at what happened and then go through the update together. Like, I was thinking about maybe having 4 people involved, me and 3 others. And you having a bit of paramedic experience, when we get into things like injuries and whatnot, you'd have a, at least an opinion.
You mean in the future, not now?
Right, in the future, not right this minute. I'm talking like maybe.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Let me settle out whatever's going on with my pops. Maybe a week or 2.
Just call me. You got my number. Just call me.
Yeah,
like you used to do in the 80s.
Yeah, right. How dare you? Maybe I'll text.
Yeah, maybe just text. What am I saying?
Yeah, there we go. That's much more masculine somehow. We'll text.
I feel.
All right, so we asked AI to simulate what it would be like if the U.S. had no Republicans. Are you ready?
It ends up, when you do communism right, it works perfectly and everyone loves it.
And it only took 200 million starving to get here.
That's less than half as many as we thought.
There has been another terrorist attack with 33 dead. The American government has decided not to do anything about it since we probably deserved it.
It sure is great that abortion is now free and available for everyone everywhere.
Yeah, but it's too bad that there aren't any babies to abort since we outlawed being a heterosexual.
Murdering those families was wrong, but you're an immigrant and you probably just didn't know any better. Plus, we shut down all prisons. You're free to go.
This is wrong! You need to lock him up!
How dare you question our compassion? Execute that man immediately! I found more letters we need to add to the acronym.
It's already so large, it's throwing off the rotation of the Earth. If we add any more letters, we'll die.
Then we die! Everyone just stay in line and walk through the scanner. It's going to check how dark your skin is to see how many benefits you get. If I were you, I wouldn't bother.
The U.S. has run out of money.
Can't we just murder more billionaires and confiscate their wealth?
There are no more left. I'm afraid someone in our country is actually going to have to get a job and work.
All right, but I'm not all one-sided here, brother. Don't take it the wrong way.
No,
we also did it with no Democrats.
World peace has been declared, with peace treaties signed with the 8 countries left that America hasn't obliterated.
San Francisco sure is clean and vagrant free.
That's because all the homeless people had to get jobs or starve to death.
Look, a rainbow! Wow! It's the symbol of God's promise to Noah and absolutely nothing else.
What a great fully automatic rifle you got without needing a permit. Only problem is there are no criminals to shoot. Yeah.
How much will the surgery cost?
Just $20, and you can get it right away thanks to our capitalistic healthcare system.
I have no money. Can I get health care?
Of course not.
It's kind of boring how no one has ever shot at me.
Do you have any movies with smut or weird stuff in them?
Not since Hollywood caught fire and we just let it burn. We have sappy Christian movies, though.
Are they any good?
No.
It's good.
I mean, I see no errors. Oh, wow. That was good stuff, bro. It's good to find decent satire in AI. You know what we're fixing to do?
I don't. Do you?
I gotta bounce. Thanks a lot for proving just how ugly and immature you are. It's been real. And just so you know, I don't really care about your problems.